hard iced tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. Todd.
Sometimes fraud gives you movement. It sounded like it moved.
Hahn.
You heard a squish?
And Rosenberg.
Shake gently to assure complete activation. Hello. This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
3:01 in the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you on a gorgeous Wednesday afternoon in the big city. Hopefully everybody's enjoying it after a few days of rain and thunderstorms and high 60s with a breeze. We get kind of back to what July is supposed to be. How are you, Alan?
Do we have to watch baseball?
Yes.
In this town?
Yes.
It really is getting.
Because you know what?
It's getting really hard.
But you know what? Take your soul out of it, okay? Honestly, because that's what I've done with the Mets, right?
I can't.
They don't have me.
I can't take my soul out.
Well, you don't have to. Your team's battling for first place, okay?
No,
your team's going to the playoffs.
Is that a battle right now?
But the Mets being out of it, I mean, listen, 16-12.
That was a wild
When
game.
you take your heart out of it, it's actually fun.
You had fun. It really played into the whole the theme song.
Wait.
That game could have been played to the Benny Hill theme. That game by the Mets.
I know the Benny Hill theme works
because you had the Little League home run and you had all.
Wait, you guys didn't start talking Mets baseball
we
without
were
me,
talking
did you?
Yankees.
not official.
Oh no!
So now here we go. I heard 16-12.
It started out on the side of the Mets with an inside the park home run off a bunch of errors. But
It kept going from there, though.
the game didn't end there.
No.
There was more baseball to be played.
What did the Mets get up 5 runs at one point?
And the Mets
They were up 9-4.
9-4.
decided that having that early lead
Who needs it?
was not something they wanted.
It was not what they needed. They didn't care. Didn't care for it.
They thought, let's make this more interesting. Let's take it up higher and higher.
Oh, by the way, Soto, who's better at just playing a ball off the wall than Juan Soto? Let me tell you. No one can chase after it better.
You know, we did see Major League history, though, within this debacle.
What's that?
The kid hit for like 9. He had 9 straight plate appearances, right?
Yes. No, we did see history.
That happened. People actually left anybody left in the building acknowledged it and gave him an applause.
That's exactly right.
This is so painful.
But you know
that's
what?
your 9
It is
Mets.
but we'll get to the Mets.
No, the Yankee thing though we need to.
But I need to talk to everybody.
Oh, I would like
There
to talk
is a
to you.
complete and utter disconnect. I don't think there is a more disconnected sport to their fan base and to a lot of people that actually cover it as well than Major League Baseball. Now, when you look at football, there's a bit of a disconnect because we don't know all the inner workings of what goes on, play calling. We think we know, but we really don't know. But that's understandable because football's very complicated. There's a phone book of plays, all right? We can't pretend to know everything that goes in, but we've watched football enough to know the basic premise is to get a first down, get in the red zone, score points. That's we know the fundamentals of that. Basketball, the same thing. Outscore the opponent.
I've seen it. Yeah, sure.
Throw the ball to the open man, take the three, whatever, drive the lane, get points. Hockey, the same thing. Put yourself in a position to score goals. But baseball, when I hear fans complain about it, it's as if they don't know what they're watching. And I'm guilty of this too, because we take the phone calls, and I think we'd all agree that baseball fan bases skews a little older than the other sports, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we still hear the complaints. Why are they batting Judge second. He should be batting cleanup. Why don't they bunt anymore? Does anybody know how to steal a base anymore? But it's beyond that. Aaron Boone said this last night, and everybody's killing him, about 17 strikeouts and 34 strikeouts in the last 2 games. You know how many times the Yankees have done that in their 100-plus year history? 0. Never. From what I understand, it's never been done by an American League team.
Mm-hmm.
But Aaron Boone talked about the 17 strikeouts last night.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously, you're gonna have nights where you're up against a dominant pitcher, especially in today's game where you're gonna have those a double digit here and there. But we got to do a better job of getting the ball in play. In a lot of ways, good to see the creating a little more opportunities for ourselves, getting a lot of hits. In a lot of ways, I thought offensively we're a little better than last night, but we got to do a better job in some situations of getting the ball in play.
But this is the one that I think people went crazy over, is the approach of your hitters off.
I don't know if it's an approach. I think we got some guys clearly going through it right now and in a little bit of a funk and a little bit in between and coupled with, we're facing good pitching. But at the end of the day, we gotta find a way offensively, especially the times when it's challenging.
Now, what people took from that was, it's not the approach. You guys are just going through it right now.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why there's nothing wrong with the approach is they don't care. They got 11 hits last night. They scored 4 runs. In most situations, that's enough to win a baseball game. Wasn't last night because the Yankees have a pitching problem, because Warren only went 4 innings, allowed 6 runs on 7 hits in 4 innings, and really didn't give you a chance to win, which is 4 runs. Bullpen did fine. Didn't allow anything after that. But guys, they don't care about the strikeouts. They don't care that all of their offense is produced by home runs. That's by design. So get over it. Whatever you were taught as a kid, whatever you were taught in Little League, in high school, in college, whatever you grew up with baseball, that strikeouts were bad. It doesn't matter. Launch angle. If you want more home runs, the byproduct of more home runs is striking out more. Caballero's a great example. 2 bombs on Monday, struck out 4 times yesterday. They don't care about the approach. Tony Gwynn, Wade Boggs, Rod Carew, they don't fit in baseball today. It's all about just hit bombs. Don't move runners over. Don't bother putting the ball in play, although you'd like to put the ball in play. But Boone will tell you, they had 11 hits. So, guys, the complaints about the Yankees aren't paying attention to them. This is by design. Now, 17's excessive. I think everybody will agree. Boone will agree. But the fact that they strike out too much is not a problem to the Yankees. The fact that they hit too many home runs is not a problem to the Yankees. This is by design. When are we finally going to sink it into our thick skulls that this is the way they want to play baseball?
We've been saying that for years. We've been saying it. This is how they play. They're never going to change it. Whether you like it or not, they believe this is going to work. They believe it does work.
Well,
this does feel like it. No, but Don, what you're saying is all the stuff that we have gone over that for years. But here's the issue, and I think this is what you're saying, is that nobody wants to accept it. Nobody wants to accept it. That this is, and so as a result of how they want to play, you're going to get nights like this.
Yeah,
you're not going to get this conversation in the dugout of, hey, all right, let's just start putting the ball in play. Let's just slap a few. Let's get on base. Let's try to make some things happen. Some other teams are playing that way. Some other teams are trying to get on base and be versatile and be athletic, but the Yankees don't believe in that. They don't build a team that way. And so you're going to get nights like these because of this. You're going to have moments in the season where it just all falls to crap because the timing, the injuries, all the reasons. This is not a sport anymore where you're going to grind out at-bats, where you're going to grind out like that team. And this isn't going back to the 70s and 60s and 50s. Just go back to the late 90s teams. Those were grinders. Those were guys that would work through work the count, that would make you work as a pitcher, wear you out, get to the bullpen. They don't play that way anymore. So our generation doesn't know that and maybe doesn't want to accept it. But the response, of course, I always have is this healthy for the sport? Is this healthy for you as a franchise? This is might work numbers-wise, but this is an entertainment business, and visually, this is not pretty to watch.
It stinks.
The other night was fun to watch because Caballero hit a couple home runs.
Rice got one. Yeah, Rice got a hold
but
you know what? Yesterday would have been fun, too, if Warren pitched better.
Well, you're absolutely right.
So let's say they won the game 4-1.
Are we
Rice hits his
laughing about
26th
17?
home run.
Right. Are we laughing about 17 strikeouts and they still won the game?
We're talking about they scored 11 runs in 2 games and they beat the first-place team twice.
Yeah.
Instead, they split the two. So the problem to me just seems like I don't like the strikeouts. Boone doesn't like the strikeouts. But if it produces runs, last night's loss came because they didn't get pitching. They won the game before because they got pitching.
And then
that's the difference.
And then they finally hit.
Now,
they got to a hit eventually. It took them 5 innings to get there.
It did,
but they finally got into the
3-run home run. You don't care. It's like Moneyball. I don't care how he gets on base, as long as he gets on base. 2 walks, a 3-run home run. They had 1 hit and they had 3 runs.
But I think the biggest question that we keep, I think we all understand that as a fan base, as just people who love baseball, that you have to accept this. Even though you can't, this is who they are. It's never going to change. The more you complain, the more you're wasting your breath. But in the end, it becomes...
It does suck.
At what point, though, do you just kind of go, but I don't enjoy this anymore?
Well, that's the thing. So
I don't like watching that.
We can say it's on the fans. We can say it's on baseball. Baseball is, to me, who I'm more annoyed with.
I don't think because all of baseball does this, though. I think this is the Yankees' approach, and there are other teams that do it, but this has been the Yankee approach for the better part of the last 10 years.
So I think that's a fair point. I think you're right.
There are other teams that play a different way.
Hey, there are teams that are winning championships and using guts.
But think about this. The Blue Jays last year played a different way. And they got all the way to the World Series, got within a heel of winning a championship.
The Rays are in first place, not striking out a lot either.
But now what are the Rays? What are they now? I'm sorry, the Blue Jays. What are the Blue Jays now?
Because that's the
thing,
answer.
Though. You take a risk. You take a risk. You might win. But the Yankees are the definition of nothing ventured, nothing gained. We're going to do this, and we'll always win around 90 games, and we'll always come up short.
This is your Boston Celtics living and dying by the 3. And while it helped them win a championship, it also cost them an embarrassing first-round loss to a team they should have never lost to, and it cost them the year before losing 2 home games to a Knicks team that had no business winning those 2 games.
It actually is a very interesting comp.
It's the same idea.
Because the
shooting
numbers
tell us.
Well, not just that. From a watching standpoint.
Oh, it's brutal.
It's not fun to watch.
Unless they're making them.
I mean, when they make them, it's somewhat fun, but it's still not fun. But it's still not as fun.
It's like when the Yankees hit home run, when they were bombing. Like they are fun to watch when they're just mashing home runs. But you know it's not sustainable.
But at least a missed 3 is an opportunity to get a rebound. Like things are happening. All right, there's action. But but Allen hit the nail on the head. What the Yankees are going to tell you is, oh, yeah, we could do it the Blue Jays way. What's the Blue Jays record this year? 43-49. When was the last time we were 7 games under 500, 6 games under 500?
Never going to see it.
When was the last time we had an irrelevant season when we've been healthy? We've been over 500 every single year since 1992. All right? Haven't won a championship since 2009, but we could be the Red Sox, win a championship, lose 100 games. Win a championship, lose 100 games. We don't do that. We're always consistently good. But what I really want to ask, and I want you guys to be honest, okay? Because I think baseball is different than the other sports in this way. All right? 1-800-919-3776. Answer honestly. And I'm going to ask, I'll ask Jacob, I'll ask Anthony. Anthony's a diehard Yankee. Do you really enjoy what you're watching? When you sit down, are you enjoying the game? Are you having fun? Or is it, I've been a Yankee fan for 50 years. This is what I do in the summer. This is part of how I grew up. It's how my dad was, how my grandfather was. It's a part of my DNA. I feel a moral obligation. I'll give you an example.
I've been a Yankee fan since 1938.
I watched from the first episode to the last, the entire 7-season run of How I Met Your Mother. The final 5 seasons, I hate watched. I waited for the fire where every character burned to death. That's how much I despised and hated the show. But I wanted to freaking find out who was his mother. So I watched the whole damn show, hated every second of it from season 3 right to season 7. but it was every Monday. It was a part of my life. I sat there, my wife and I, before the kids, watched every single episode because it was in my DNA. I wanted to find out who the damn mother was. And you know what? Brutally disappointed. Wish I never did it, but I did it because it was just a part of my life.
Wait, did the episode ever happen with the fire with the whole cast burned?
No, it never did. That would have been something.
Damn.
All right?
I never heard about
Now,
that.
You know what? There's always a reunion show.
Just so I make it clear, because
What a
people have to
twist.
listen. I did not want the actors to die.
No.
I wanted the characters to die.
Oh, we can make a
All right?
cartoon about that.
Sure.
Same thing with Parenthood. I watched Parenthood.
Oh, boy.
I watched that TV show for years. They were pretentious. They were conceited. Everything's about me. It was just such a terrible. But I watched it because I was already engulfed in it. It just became a tradition. Whatever night it was on, Thursday, I'd sit there with the wife when I had a life before kids and watched it. Are you watching that way? Hey, it's the Yankees. I'm a fan. I got to watch. But are you really sitting there and enjoying the 2.5 hours in which you're consumed by it?
We all love music, so this is perfect. To me, at least, tell me if this is way
I think
off.
I know what you're going to say.
There's a band, a group, whatever it is, that from like day one loved them. Mm-hmm. Every album came out, you're like, bangers, right? Part of your life growing up, all nostalgia, all of it. And then somewhere in the middle of their heyday, they decided we're going to change we're going to change the type of music we play. And you start listening because it's your band, you love them, and the next album comes out and you're like, don't love this.
But you
not
defend
great.
them because you love them.
They're so popular.
Right.
And because they're so popular, everything sells. So it sells, so everybody's going, well, they're still really popular, but I don't like what they've become. And then more albums come out, and now you're just like, I can't even listen to this. Why can't they play the music they played back in the day? Why don't they play that anymore? But they don't want to. This is their new sound. And you now are stuck with it because you love them so much, and it's still very popular. But it's not what you like. That's what the Yankees have become.
Keep waiting
for
that.
They play music you don't like anymore.
And also,
you wish they played the music they used to play because you love that music.
And let me tell you something, because I thought about this too, because you're so right. That's a great analogy. I was going to go with the Springsteen, where you go to the show and you sit there for 3 hours, knowing an hour of the 3 hours is going to be what Michael Kay used to call the castor oil songs. I know you don't like them. I'm playing them anyway.
The B-sides.
And you sit there and you nod your head because you're a Springsteen fan, but you're like, please end this song, right? But you're a fan and you defend it because you love Bruce Springsteen, so you defend everything.
The Yankees
because you
changed the way they played.
Now, I've never said this before, but this dawned on me. We talk about regional sports and national sports. Aren't we really saying, when we say regional sports, what we're saying is you love your team.
Sure you do.
But you don't necessarily love the sport because you're not watching it if it's not your team involved. But football and basketball, hey, the Knicks aren't playing, but I'll watch Lakers and Warriors.
Sure.
I get into that. I'll watch on Saturday night.
Football's the number
Football's
one
the
example.
same one.
No,
right?
football's the biggest
I'm a
one.
Giant fan, but or I'm a Jet fan.
I mean, Dave Rothenberg won't, and John Winthrop won't leave the house when any team's
They
on.
put on adult diapers.
That's a sickness, and it's called
they don't.
Go to a doctor. But Eagles, Cowboys, you got me. I'm not a fan of either team. I wish there was a way for both of them to lose, but you'll watch because you enjoy the sport. You find fun in watching that sport. But when we say regional sport, all we're really saying is I love my team and I feel obligated to watch my team, but I'm not really enjoying
That's
what
what
I'm
makes
seeing.
it regional.
That's what makes it regional. Because if I give you that sport that doesn't involve the Yankees or the Mets or doesn't involve the Rangers or whatever, you're like,
if your team's off, but they're good. And so let's say the Mets are off. They're good, though. And the Phillies and Braves are playing a game. And, you're fighting, there are three good teams. You're interested in watching Phillies Braves just because you just want to see it. But that's what makes it regional. So, yes, it's about my team, to my region. But even the teams that affect my team, that's really all I'm doing.
Right.
Because do I care about Astros Mariners? No. So I'm not really watching it like that, but the NFL you do. So, yeah, but I just think it boils down to the fact that the Yankees are the Yankees by name and by brand, but they really aren't the Yankees that you remembered. That's what I think this is. They're not that team that they used to be because of the style of play.
Right.
That is different than what you're used to.
But it's in your DNA that in July on a Tuesday, You watch the Yankees play because that's what you've done your whole life.
So you have to make a choice because we've learned this already. Cashman is going to be here long. We're all going to be gone. And Cashman and all the Roaches are still going to be here after
the bomb.
When the bomb goes off, those are the only two. You know he's not going anywhere. So he's not changing the way he's playing, no matter how much we demand it. They even did, remember that Fakakta study they did? Internal, we're going to look into what we're doing and how we're doing it. Came out, we're doing it right. So they're not changing that. So are you willing to change with them?
So what you're saying is that when the last day on the planet,
yes,
we're all going. CNN is running the last video that they supposedly have.
They really have a last video?
They have a doomsday video, apparently, that when we're seconds away from exploding.
They're going to run it?
They're going to run it.
What is it, highlights?
Just the highlights of the world.
What do you play, like Styx, the best of times? What do you play?
I don't know.
Like, what do we do?
I don't know what song they have. But you're flipping around. Like
maybe that.
You could play that.
No.
That would be fitting.
But this is the way it is. You're flipping around again, just like it used
Why
to
am I
be.
watching TV if I know the world's about
to click. The bomb is 3 minutes from hitting the earth. Say your click. Yeah, Iran has sent the bomb. We're waiting. Click. Yeah. Then you go on yes. Yeah, we want Volpe to play shortstop.
No,
we just don't think he can be a second
Volpe
baseman, and Caballero's going to be. The bomb is now 2 minutes away from exploding. All right, you will burn to death. Yeah. Be near the bomb so you don't suffer. Yeah, we hope to get Judge back. Probably sometime in the
and then the last time you turn back, it's all of a sudden 1986, and Righetti will enter the game.
Right.
Would you really do that?
Classic
if they said
Yankee.
to you the epicenter of where this thing's going to hit is in this location, remote location, upstate New York, let's just say, and the closer you are, the quicker it's going to be.
Yeah.
Further away, the fallout, it's going to be very painful. Do you think people will drive to that location?
I think people's
instead of
survival instinct would be to try to get as far away
as
from it as possible.
You don't think some people are just like, look, I'm never getting far away. I might as well get really close.
That's the way that logic tells you that you should try to get close. Because I saw this thing that they did like with the dinosaurs, because there was a meteor that hit.
They didn't know any better.
And the ones that were the closest, but the ones that really suffered were the ones on the other side of the planet that went through. It was 150 degrees, and then it was like minus 150 degrees, and tsunamis, and the sky on fire and all that. Yeah. I don't want to go that way. Don't you want it to just be like a blink and it's done?
Just vaporize, man.
But I think human instinct people will try to go as far away as possible.
I hear you.
They'll be selling things on TV like the super blanket, the blanket that will protect you from nuclear war. For $9.99, this blanket, and people will have it.
Super blanket.
And then there'll be somebody that'll have 100 super blankets, and they'll be selling them for $1 billion.
Or the fallout shelters or tornado shelters that they have, right? You go into that thing. Do you really want to come back out after that?
That's a good point. Who knows?
You open the door and you're like, yeah.
Close the door.
Right.
Homer slowly back in the bushes. If you turn on yes in the final seconds, now it'll be an ad for Trumpy Bear. You forgot about that era.
Remember that?
Oh, I forgot. I didn't forget about
that. There was the Chia Pet.
Untuck It.
Untuck It. Untuck It will still have their
Rick
logo.
Post-apocalyptic sale.
He's still walking across the screen telling you about his shirt as it's burning off
Don
his
and I,
body.
by the way, still won't get one.
A decade on yes, not one Untuck It shirt.
What?
And do you know how annoying it was that I didn't listen?
You didn't get a shirt?
I didn't need an Untuck It shirt. But what was annoying was people asking me, "How are the Untuck It shirts?" No idea.
No idea.
They're like, but its logo is across your face.
But the Trumpy
every
bear,
single day.
But the Trumpy Bear, forget it, fantastic.
Did you get a bear?
Oh yeah, Maya's sleeping with one every night. I got it early. I held on to it.
Oh, we're having fun. 1-800-919-3776. Something almost made me cry during the Met game, and it had nothing to do with the final score. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, we're going to take you up until 6:30. I've got a list cultivated earlier today. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Coming up at 4:30, ENN at 6. Mets and Royals at 6:30. Just getting started. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Speaking of questions.
Buster, Volpe hasn't kind of blossomed into what they expected. Thank God for Paul Goldschmidt, but now, at third base.
And he actually cannot end it with just a defined question.
Here's the thing for me. It drove me crazy last year with the Yankees. I'm a Mets fan. Do you think they do both, or do they prioritize the pitching over maybe some help at third base?
Maybe we taste real true torture.
That'll teach them.
Yeah.
If you do that and it truly takes the next step in terms of being a mental block, you end up with something like this.
What happened? I don't know what happened, but why Bregman not
not back.
Morning Start with DiPietro and Rothenberg. Weekdays from 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
The World's Game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2-up early payouts so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pre-game, straight match result bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you'll instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM's same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the World's Game. Don't miss your shot at an early win with 2-up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals, regardless of the final outcome of the match. Make it a tournament to remember with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
Now it's time for traffic and Susie Cerrone.
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon. Still that frozen zone in Midtown, that issue with the building. Forget about 42nd and 43rd between 2nd and 3rd. That area is shut down. Inbound, George, about 45 for the upper and 30 at the lower. You've got road work on either deck, so you'd save time at the inbound Lincoln or Holland. Accident in Secaucus, Route 3 eastbound at Patterson Plank Road. That's in the right lane. And a little north, but still a big deal from the storms we had over the weekend. The Palisades northbound is still closed from exit 19 up to the Bear Mountain Circle. We're sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. Visit mad.org. I'm Susie Cerrone for 880 ESPN New York.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You push yourself in everything you do, scanning headlines for insights, keeping an eye on the market. Robinhood puts you in control of your money, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
In a contracting business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. ServiceTitan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first call to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for visionaries ready to stop operating and start automating. ServiceTitan, AI for the trades.
All right, get to your calls at 1-800-919-3776. Got a list at 4:30, ENN at 6, and then Mets and Royals. So we'll get to the Mets of it all. Some NBA stuff to do. The list, I think, is going to get a tremendous reaction.
By the way, it's going to take on a whole new joke. You realize that now, too. Because now, as time goes on and things are really bad, all you'll need for someone to understand what bad is, it'll just be, no. That's it. That's all it takes.
When things go bad for a New York franchise, that's all it is. We're just going to start playing.
Although
that.
I really wish the button. This is an inside baseball thing. I really wish this screen had a hard stop button. It's so annoying.
Why can't you pause and then continue?
You not only can, but no, it has to fade out. Like from an audio guy standpoint, you know how frustrating it is for me.
To
play something I can't stop.
The old way, it used to be stopped.
Yeah.
Now it can't stop.
The system doesn't allow you to do that.
And there's no inside way to change settings.
They've stopped it from being a thing.
Why?
This is the way they programmed it.
They programmed it.
Who's this they?
Who is they?
The company that
Who's
we
the
use,
company?
Wide Orbit. We don't have the option to.
Well, we need to.
I didn't think anybody. I doubt our chat's gonna go. Yeah, Wide Orbit. I know that.
Who's our Wide Orbit rep that we?
Yeah, we have to have a rep.
I'll get Ray Dinahan.
Let's bring the rep in.
That's not Ray Dinahan.
No,
you don't
Ray
think so?
Works for us.
We need a rep from Wide Orbit.
We need the Wide Orbit people.
We've talked to them about this.
Yeah, let's talk to them.
We did. They don't do it anymore.
Well, I think we call them up.
I want to be able to edit my DVR.
You know,
that's a different thing completely. Nothing to do with it.
Let's say.
Can we ask the Wide Orbit?
All right,
person?
let's say something wacky happened, right?
All right.
And everybody got sick with dysentery, and they needed somebody on First Take, so they invited me. And I go on First Take and do a bit, right?
Well, hold on. Is Bear unavailable?
Right. Bear's unavailable.
I got it.
The Ghost of Rocky's unavailable. It's all that, right? So
even Rocco can't come.
So they invite me. All right, and I do a 5-minute spot on
5,
right, or Get Up or First Take. But the show's how long? Like 2 hours.
That's 2 hours. You and me, 10 to noon.
So I DVR the 2 hours. Well, I just want my spot. So why can't I go back and edit out all the other stuff and just keep my part? And then now I don't have to fill up all this memory on my DVR of a 2-hour program in which I'm only on for a couple of minutes. Right?
Yeah.
We have the technology, I would think.
It's
I pay a little extra for it.
You certainly do.
I love the idea that you just came up with. In fact, this would be a great list for another day because I heard your list today is supposed to be unbelievable. But one day, I would love a list of top 5 technological advances Don LaGreca needs.
Yeah.
I would really enjoy that.
Tech we should have.
Yeah,
but don't.
Me?
No.
It sounds like you're being sarcastic.
No.
It sounded sarcastic.
Well, because I added your name.
Yeah.
Well, let me take out your name.
All right.
5, but it has to be coming from you because we're all going to have different
It
opinions.
should be top
But what
5
are the top 5 things?
tech we should have, but don't. Like we
maybe
could
the
have.
hoverboard. Maybe the hoverboard should be.
Well, my
No.
tech should be there should be like a reverse microwave. Like if I've got a warm soda, I should be able to go in there, put 30 seconds, comes
Blast
out ice
freeze
cold.
it?
Why not? I like things cold just as much as I like things hot.
You know,
we have a machine to make things hot. We don't have a machine to make
Blast
things cold. I can
freeze
put it in
something.
a freezer, but I got to wait a half hour.
See, this is why I said I want Don LaGreca's list. I wouldn't have had that.
That's what I never.
But
even
you'd buy
thought
it.
of.
A reverse microwave.
I guess there's some word better than reverse
blast
microwave.
freeze. It's called.
Yeah.
You
Is that a
blast
thing?
freeze it. Yeah. Blast freeze.
Are you sure?
I'm absolutely sure.
You're positive.
I am
How many
so
times
internally positive.
But wouldn't that mean it freezes it?
That's what I would call it.
But you don't want to. Oh, that's what you call it.
Because
blasto freeze.
Come on, a blast freeze. If you said, "Hey, I got this blast freeze. Hey, give me that. It'll be nice and cold."
Because my mom had,
right?
we used to do this, and we had
Mom,
cartoons.
you got a blast
and they
freeze.
showed us how to do it on the cartoons. And my mom would do it for me and David, is that you get like high C fruit punch or something.
Mm-hmm.
You'd put it in the ice cube, that thing. We make the ice cubes. Right?
Yeah.
You pour it in there. Then you put
the
like
tray?
The
The
tray.
ice cube tray.
Then you put like cellophane over the tray, and you put little toothpicks, and then you put it in the freezer. And then, however, 5 hours later, when it's frozen, now you got like a little ice pop.
Sure.
I don't want to wait 5 hours. I want it in
Now.
30 seconds. You'd slide it in there, bing, 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 30 seconds, bang, out comes ice pop.
Daddy, I want it, and I want it now.
Let's do it. I don't know why. Everybody loves things, hot. Why not cold?
That would be so. And as the show goes on, feel free in the chat on YouTube or to call us. I want to hear other people's potential inventions.
3 more ideas.
And
Because
think about
Don
this.
has the first 2.
Wouldn't that be a blast chiller?
I just
Is
said
that a thing?
Yeah.
I wasn't in the room. I was
Welcome to
talking
the
to our
show.
Wide Orbit rep.
Blast
Right.
freeze. is what I
Listen,
said.
he couldn't make that call in studio.
No.
There's only one phone
Did he
in
call
the
Wide
entire
Orbit?
floor that can do that.
There actually is.
What they
we
say?
get it.
What do Wide Orbit say?
No, we can't do that.
Can't do it. Now,
and also, who are
if
you?
you had coffee right now,
By the way-
if I had a hot coffee, I'm going to have a nice hot coffee later. And then it's going to get cold, right? Go to the microwave, bing, 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 come out, my coffee's hot again. Yeah. Peter's a big fan of the iced coffee, right?
Mm-hmm.
If his iced coffee gets warm.
All right. I can get you a blast freezer at Home Depot for the low price of $3,000.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
It's a real thing?
And yet you probably could walk into a dollar store and get a microwave.
They even have reaching units.
It's really for restaurants.
It's actually one for $22,000. You can get one. It's a 3-pan commercial countertop blast freezer by Coolmore. 25
I don't
inch.
want that. I want a microwave that freezes. I could probably walk into but it's $3,000. I could walk into a Five Below and get a microwave.
I think I'm going to buy one. I want to get one.
I can't imagine it's a good microwave. All due respect to the
you know what?
Five Below
It'll heat
people.
my coffee. And I just want to freeze my ice cubes. That's all I want to do.
He wants to freeze his
and I can
cubes,
walk into a dollar store and get a microwave. Meanwhile, I got to take out a loan to get that.
It looks like a loan. It's $3,000.
I don't care. You can tell me that it can fit in the palm of my hand. It's $3,000.
It looks like
I
a
can get a microwave the same price as for an Atari, for God's sake.
Because it's for like blast chillers are for restaurants.
Look at this. This is brilliant.
It's not for us commoners.
Look at this.
It's not brilliant if it's cost. Peter, I'm going to talk to you because I've lost.
He's not being reasonable.
$2,000. Come on.
I don't want to have to pay $2,000.
Right. You want to have a blast freezer? This is what you got to pay.
And by the way, do we know that the blast freezer, you can literally just drop it in 30 seconds, it gets cold?
By circulating sub-zero air at high velocities, it quickly passes food through critical temperature danger zone.
It's not 30 seconds.
What's going to happen is I'm going to want my Pepsi to get cold, and it's going to be an ice cube when it comes out. That's not what I'm looking for.
That's not what he wants.
I don't put a
90 minutes
bowl
or
of
less.
chili into a microwave and it comes back on fire.
90 minutes or less is not what he's looking for.
90 minutes or less.
90. What do we do when I can put it in the freezer for 90 minutes and get cold soda? We've lost out.
No,
I can jam my head in the microwave.
He doesn't get what we need.
I really want to get one.
Yeah, but this isn't going to do anything for you. Except it's just
think
a
about
freezer.
it. You bring home like
It's a little
a
faster than a
case of
freezer.
beer. You know it's not cold, or it's not going to stay cold.
Yeah. How often does this happen?
I mean, just throw it in the blast freezer.
When was the last time you brought home a case of beer and said, I immediately need this to be cold?
I need this to be
right now.
Like
I need a crisp freshie
cold,
right now.
Cold
if
from
you
the
did,
Rockies.
my idea would be good. Here's if you wanted your 6-pack to be in an ice cube, then you buy his thing for $3,000.
Yeah.
I want to buy something for like $35 that I could put next to my microwave to just make my soda a little colder.
I like this.
We're getting some. We're making progress.
Yeah.
But I remember when the microwave came out because I'm old enough. They were very expensive.
The dial on it?
And actually showed you, like, if you wanted to make a turkey dinner, like, who would put a turkey in a microwave?
Well, the first time you had something that you like had to microwave for like more than 3 minutes
God,
and
can you,
realize it's
can you
rubber?
imagine the cancer that those early microwaves were pumping out?
Oh,
Lots of cancer. People were like dying of heart attacks.
It's
like you had a pacemaker. They didn't tell you, by the way, the pacemaker might stop. Yeah, but I really need this meatloaf. I'm going to run the risk.
Yeah, I need the meatloaf. And I saw a thing.
And then in Gremlins, you realize you shouldn't put any pets in it. Bad idea.
Well, yeah. Well, it was effective in that moment, though.
It was very effective.
Did you guys see? Do you guys remember the plastic, the little thing they sold in a tube, and you'd squeeze out a tiny bit of the plastic, and then you connect the straw to it, and you blow into it, and it makes a big bubble?
Oh, yeah.
I saw a video feature about that. Natalie sent it to me on Instagram the other day. Do you know the level of toxic that they were selling to children?
I can imagine.
It was meant for children. That you were making plastic with your mouth through a straw.
Yeah.
You were just inhaling and sucking
it was
in
like
death.
It would be like selling paint chip gum.
Yeah,
It was that level.
That's exactly what it
The
was.
fumes of the plastic.
And other countries were just banning it. They're like, no, absolutely
Yeah, the
not.
children
Can't do this.
shouldn't play with it.
America, they're like, no. Advertise it Saturday morning, right after cartoons. That's what we need.
The only thing they had to worry about is crowd control for the people that were online to buy it.
That's it. That was the only danger.
1-800-919-3776. A lot's been said in the last few minutes. Let's go and start it all off with Jack in Yonkers. You're on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. What's up, man?
About the Yankees only hitting home runs out their way. That I think it is a good way to be good, win games, but that's not helping in the postseason when you start playing against great teams and great pitchers. We're not giving up those home runs. That's why they're losing. And you can't even compare it to basketball because basketball, it's not the same playing defense between the regular season and the postseason is very similar. It's not like you're getting a whole new pitcher like defending the three.
No, you're right. And even though we kind of do think it's boring, everybody just launching threes, still, when they're happening, it's exciting, like the home run. But the negative byproduct of the three is it's a miss, but you could still get the rebound. Maybe there's a putback. I mean, look at the Brunson play, right? You still have moments like that where a miss could be exciting. The miss of a home run is a strikeout. Is there anything more boring than just seeing a guy strike out? Did you see Caballero yesterday? He put his bat down before the ball hit the glove.
I mean,
what was going on there?
I didn't understand that
So
at all.
the only thing I can think of, because did you hear Girardi? He's like, I got nothing. Like he had no idea.
Again, another guy that
is the only thing I was thinking. He just literally guessed the pitch, was wrong, and figured, all right, I can't.
Thought it was going to be a ball and was just like,
or just I was waiting for a curveball. I got a fastball. I'm not hitting this thing anyway. Just put the bat down.
Yeah.
But it's just embarrassing.
Yeah.
There's nothing more crippling emotionally for a kid to strike out. The humiliation of walking back to the dugout after not making contact.
And
these
seem
guys
to be
don't
okay
care
because
they're
say,
fine.
it's good swings.
Better than a double play.
It's a good swings. And it's also, you could argue that in an offense that has been stagnant, if I'm trying to find like some type of like spin it positive, it's I want to be aggressive at the plate. I'm swinging at everything. I mean, they were throwing four-seam fastballs, man. They just couldn't catch up to some of them. So is that just basically I'm going to stay aggressive and just try to just get after it because I'm in a slump or the team's in a slump, rather than if I'm taking too many pitches, now I can't see anything, now I'm being hesitant, right? This was just, hey, just get up there and start hacking and get aggressive, and it just looks awful.
All I know is that,
Boone could have said that.
I didn't pitch on a major league level, but still the fundamentals of pitching are the same.
Fundies.
Is that when I pitched in high school, if I had a guy that was just swinging for the fences, it was really easy to pitch to guys like that because I could see the weakness right there. I'll throw something off speed. I'll try to jam him. It's the guy that's selective, the guy that chokes up, the guy that's got a two-strike approach. Those are the guys that are difficult to get out. But if you're just swinging for the fences, man, I there's multiple areas where I can see holes in that swing.
That's where the Bellinger
and
thing.
Get through it.
Like Bellinger's too good to be going through what he's going through. Goldschmidt's probably hitting a wall.
Yeah, I think he's hitting a
physically, but like Bellinger, you can't explain Bellinger.
And the splits of why he's so bad
on the road,
and good at home, even though he's been bad both for the last month. But it is maddening for sure. 1-800-919-3776. Lots on the table. We got somebody who tells us why my idea is not scientifically possible. So I'm anxious to hear from Josh from Trenton coming up in a little bit. We got the list at 4:30, ENN at 6, Mets baseball at 6:30. Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Buster Olney, Aaron Judge made some comments about the team, little lack of focus. How much do you think, should this continue, would reflect on the manager?
Booney is trying to find ways to get these guys going. When Aaron Judge chooses to speak like that, that says something about what he's seeing on a daily basis.
DiPietro and Rothenberg, morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. All through this tournament, the betting options on FanDuel bring you straight onto the pitch. Who will score the first goal? How many shots will each team have during the match? It's all right there in the app. And with same-game parlays, you have a chance for bigger payouts. And best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Start with a gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Wherever your day takes you, across New Jersey, into New York, or down to Philadelphia, New Jersey Transit gets you there. Skip the traffic and stay on track. With busy travel periods ahead, plan ahead, check schedules, and allow extra time for your trip. From work days to weekends, New Jersey Transit keeps your routine moving with reliable, convenient service. Ride smart. Plan your trip at njtransit.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Refresh your yard this summer with 4th of July savings from the Home Depot. Choose your power starting at $99 with tools from trusted names like Ryobi and Milwaukee. From backyard get-togethers to end-of-summer upgrades, 4th of July savings on cordless tools deliver the power and mobility to keep up with every job without slowing you down. Power on the go is here, and summer projects are easier than ever with the Home Depot. While supplies last, see store or online for details.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Speaking of questions.
Buster, I mean, Volpe hasn't kind of blossomed into what they expected. Thank God for Paul Goldschmidt, but now, I mean, at third base.
And he actually cannot end it with just a defined question.
Here's the thing for me. Drove me crazy last year with the Yankees. I'm a Mets fan. Do you think they do both, or do they prioritize the pitching over maybe some help at third base?
Maybe we taste real true torture.
That'll teach them.
Yeah.
If you do that and it truly takes the next step in terms of being a mental block, you end up with something like this.
What happened? I don't know what happened. Why Bregman not back?
Morning Start with DiPietro and Rothenberg. Weekdays from 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
You're as cold as ice.
I'm going to say this.
Willing to sacrifice. You said, I know what you're going to say.
Underrated band.
Oh, I thought you were going to say overrated. I thought you said you didn't like them that much.
No, I love Foreigner. And you know who else loves Foreigner? Friend of the show. Yeah. Why wouldn't he?
Well, yeah.
Stepdad, right?
Yes, stepdad.
No, they've got some great songs.
Oh yeah.
Jukebox Hero. Mm-hmm. That's a good song.
Don't know it.
You know
You'd
Jukebox. Jukebox Hero. You know, come on.
I know I'm a jukebox owner too. You'd think I would.
It should be.
Like that song.
I would think it's mandatory. I think it would come with it.
I don't think I know.
It should be in the jukebox.
It should be in the jukebox.
I don't think I know Jukebox Hero.
Oh, you'll know it. You'll know it by the end of the day.
Jacob's
He's on it.
scurrying right now to get on.
Also, they also famously made this song.
No.
Sorry, I get confused sometimes.
Then it would be vastly overrated. Well, Jacob is looking for that song. Anthony desperately needs to tell you something.
All right.
I do. It's very important. It's a very timely matter. New York, you need to hear this. This summer, all lines lead to Champs Sports Fan Central Station, a soccer pop-up shop open right in the heart of the city at 125 West 33rd Street. This is the soccer destination in New York. Jerseys for every national team you ride with. Quarterfinals are up. You're going to want to get your jerseys. USA, Mexico, Argentina, Brazil, and way more, all under one roof. If you want to gear up, rep your country, and feel the energy of the city, Champs Sports Fan Central Station, 125 West 33rd Street. That is where you need to be. And Knicks fans, they have championship gear to celebrate your team's first title in 53 years.
Jacob, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
By the way, Don, they're playing at a PNC Bank Arts Center.
Yeah.
I never saw
later
them.
this month.
Are they on the weird show with Leonard Skinnard?
It sounds like it could be.
Don't know exactly.
It sounds like a band that would play with REO Speedwagon, so I wouldn't be surprised if crowd.
Don't know the song at all. I'm enjoying
it though. With the dance of the wow. Oh, this is
the chorus is what everybody knows.
This song was in what Rock of Ages, right?
Yes, but this was like what 82. I want to say 82, 83. So 81. I was still in high school.
81. Yep.
Yeah. So I was right there.
Come on, they had
up 6th Street.
They had
secondhand store.
Waiting for a Girl Like You.
I liked it.
Urgent, Hot-Blooded.
I know Waiting for a Girl Like You.
Yeah.
I know Cold as
doesn't know.
And Double Vision.
Yep.
Which was written, the inspiration for Double Vision? John Davidson.
Really?
Former Ranger goaltender, of course, JD.
Right.
Because they were in a hotel watching a Ranger game. JD took a puck to the head, and whoever the announcer was, it was probably wasn't Sam. It was before
Jim
Sam.
Gordon.
Jim Gordon said, John Davidson will not return because of Double Vision. Like, Double Vision, that sounds cool. And then they wrote the song.
Wow.
Now, Josh is going to tell us why what I want is physically not possible. Josh and Trenton, you're on ESPN New York. What's up, man?
I hope he got checked out with the double vision. That sounds like it could be an issue. You guys know in My Cousin Vinny, when he's got the guy in the stand and he's telling him the story about making the grits, and then Vinny busts him by proving that you can't make grits in a certain amount of time unless the laws of physics cease to exist in this guy's kitchen.
Right.
That's what you're asking for. You want to suspend the second law of thermodynamics. It costs a lot more energy and money to make something cold than to make something hot. That's why your air conditioning bill costs so much more than your heating bill in the summer. That's why the blast chiller takes up half the counter and costs $2,500.
Wow, he's making sense.
Your toaster oven, which takes up 1 cubic foot and costs, like you said, in the dollar store. It's just not possible. We don't live on that planet.
Well,
So
obviously,
I'm still buying one.
Well, obviously, and Josh, thank you so much because
That's
you're
great.
way
Josh-
smarter than I am.
Yeah, Josh is very smart.
But it's still something I want, and maybe one day we can achieve that. Because I got to be honest with you,
it doesn't sound likely.
You know what? I know everybody's really trying to go live on Mars and do stuff. I'd rather have this. So can we just shift our attention to this and away from trying to land on Mars, which we're probably not going to be able to do anyway?
You think space travel's overrated? You know, it's really cold up there, too. You want to blast freeze anything.
But
stick your hand out the window in a spaceship.
It is. But the money that I don't want to get overly political, but I'm sure we probably waste a lot of money on things that aren't going to benefit anybody. This feels like it's going to benefit a lot of people.
You know, he's making a good point.
I like where you're
Yeah.
Don wants to, stop spending money. I see what you're saying on wars to spend the money on making instant freezer.
One thing, but I was just saying that I'm sure
the instant
that
freezer. This is where we need to buy.
We need this
because some people would say, hey, if we lower our spending money on wars, let's put a little towards education, maybe taking care of the poor.
Well,
you're saying hold down them for a second. We got to make this freezer.
Wait.
They'll always
did
be
you
here.
ever see the movie
But
Dave?
I need to freeze something.
Did you ever see the movie Dave?
Sorry?
Dave.
The movie Dave.
Yes, of course I did.
Right. Well, so you remember when he's like, if you can find $10 million in the budget, you can have your children's program. And then he brought his accountant in, and they went over all the spending.
Right.
And they got rid of things like the $1 million they were spending on consumer confidence in automobiles, like stuff that is important, adjacent, but this
it's really money that's getting lost in there, and you find that money, and now you get the blast freeze.
Yeah,
I love what you've done.
That's all we
Listen,
want.
it's something to run on.
You know what? Why can't we just get one here in the? We
the
can
stew?
expense it.
Well, this all started because we wanted to fix wide orbit, which actually makes sense from. And now we're going to be like the government, now spend money on things that don't make any sense for the air. But
we want it.
But we'll make my soda cold.
Exactly.
Steve is in Middle Village. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Steve?
I am at fault for the Yankees having a problem. I decided about a month ago, after not watching Yankee games since really being a real fan since 2020. My wife's been a little ill. She watches all the games. She watches the Mets, the Yankees. I said, let's get yes. We're both in our 70s. Bygones be bygones. I'm going to watch the Yankees. Ever since then, nothing. And it's kind of like deja vu all over again. It's kind of like Groundhog Day because the home runs and strikeout strategy really doesn't work. And you can argue, that's modern baseball and all that stuff, but it's boring. It's the same strategy all the time. I think you guys have said that. What is embarrassing is, at least the Yankees and the Mets too. I've been watching a few Met games. There's no fundamentals. I'm not sure. I really don't. There's no defense. The base stealing. They try to be small ball, and it really doesn't work. My feeling is it's not about winning anymore. It's about
well, it is, Steve. But Steve, you're making a great point, and it's what we're losing, and I think what the teams are losing, which is the entertainment value of sports. Yes. And what do we love? We love strategy and action and activity and all the things that you can watch and say, did you see that play? Did you see that moment? And it's kind of being taken away. And they're just telling you, well, the numbers say this can work out and this is the better way to play. But the eyes tell you, but it's not as entertaining for us anymore.
Well, but what a general manager, what Brian Cashman says, my job is not to entertain you. My job is to win. And as far as the people say it's not working, they're going to turn around and say, what do you mean it's not working? When was the last time we've had a losing season? Right. Our worst year in the last 30 was back in 2023 when we finished 82-80 because we were decimated by injuries.
Right.
We just lost 3 of our best offensive players, and we're still a playoff team.
Right.
So to them, it's working.
No.
To the average fan, it's like, I haven't won a championship since 2009. Tell me it's working. They're going to tell you it is.
But working and enjoyable to watch are two different things. And they're saying, but winning is enjoyable in the end. You're happy because the team wins more than they lose. So more times than not this season, you're going to leave the stadium happy. Right? And that's all they care about. But there is some sort of visual impact that the sport has, or at least from the Yankee perspective, it just doesn't feel the same. It's as simple as that. But it's easier to build teams like this and harder to build teams like a lot of Yankee fans were used to growing up on, which are teams that have stars at every position. They don't do that anymore.
I just still don't understand, though, why it has to not only be the way you build the team, but the way you choose to play with that team. Like
your system.
It's the system's boring, too. It's the there are times when it seems like they get to the playoffs, start to struggle, and you go, oh, well, now they'll play some small ball because they're not – everyone's struggling to hit the long ball in the playoffs, so now they'll play small ball.
7th inning, and you're hoping for, all right, drew a leadoff walk. All right, bunt them over. No.
And they still won't do it.
Can't do it.
And instead they're waiting for the home run that never comes. You could have manufactured – you're looking to get the 3-run homer, but you could have manufactured 1 run in 3 separate innings.
There you go.
And this has been a pattern, guys, of October comes, and this team never hits the ball out the same way they do during the regular season.
That just seems to be the same problem. But, they're in the playoffs, and they'll say, oh, look at the Blue Jays. They won the division last year, and now they're 6 games under 500. So it's all in the eye of the beholder. That's why I opened the show with the disconnect that the fans seem to have with the sport that they're following.
Don's saying it's your fault.
Something upset me, and it wasn't the fact the Mets lost. Who cares? As a matter of fact, maybe they benefit from losing, believe it or not. We'll get into that in a little bit, but something really bothered me. We'll get into that. Got the list at 4:30. Ian and at 6. Don Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, and I know how a serious accident can change your life just like that.
I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and I understand that with pain comes medical bills and time out of work. Let us get you justice.
This is John Ryan, the closer. For over 35 years, our family has been getting accident victims every dollar they deserve.
I started this firm for the injured so they can bite back against the insurance companies.
Our legacy is to get you justice. Bite back.
To get you paid. Bite back.
At D'Agostino & Associates, bite back means fight back. When you're hurt and they blame you, we bite back and get you every dollar you deserve. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey, so call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. 1-800-248-3222. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
Hey! My dad is bringing home the best birthday cake ever!
It was my 5th birthday, and my dad was bringing home the cake.
Should have been here a half hour ago.
The cake never made it. and neither did my dad. That was the day a drunk driver killed my dad. Daddy? Impaired drivers take lives. Think.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee. Aired in cooperation with the New York State Broadcasters Association.
Hey, Yankees fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Monday, July 20th, when the Yankees host the Pittsburgh Pirates, and be ready to receive a traditional Yankees giveaway. It's Yankees T-shirt night, presented by Sato. The first 15,000 guests will receive a Yankees T-shirt. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Again, don't miss the Yankees and Pirates for Yankees T-shirt night presented by Sato on Monday, July 20th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
Empower. Katie got a VIP box for the postseason. She worked with Empower to help her get good at money so she can be a little bad. She planned well and was able to bring the whole family.
Who wants homemade egg salad sandwiches?
Even Beth.
Horseradish? Anyone? How about some tuna on rye?
Aw, strike 3, Beth. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
Hot damn! Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea just got harder with Twisted Tea Extreme. The hard iced tea taste you know and love, but with an 8% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Extreme is made with real fruit tea, goes down smooth, and brings your daytime drinking to the next level. Just look for the bright yellow cans in the cooler and get ready to dial up the fun. Big flavor, extreme kick. Twisted Tea Extreme. Keep it twisted!
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
What's up, my friends? This is Francisco Lindor.
This is Devin Williams.
This is Luke Weaver.
Bo Bichette here. You're listening to the home of New York Mets baseball.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
4:01 of the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you till 6:30. At that time, we'll hand it off to Mets baseball. Game 2 of the 3-game set between the Mets and the Royals. We got the list coming up at 4:30. ENN at 6. Wild game last night. Listen, I mean, if you're still invested in the Mets, God love you.
Well, don't you you do, like you're a fan, you're going to watch, right?
No, what I'm saying invested, meaning like you're living and dying with
each
the
pitch.
result.
Well, aren't you watching, like Ben just had a really nice run here.
Ewing's been terrific.
Like you're kind of watching for that at this point, right? Can Luke Weaver keep it going? Because you kind of like him, and maybe you got one thing right. You got Luke Weaver, and he's been very good.
No,
Soto coming around, being a little bit of a leader with some of the young players.
If you're tossing and turning because you lost the game last night, that's an issue.
Okay, but what upset you so much?
Well, so I'm in and out of the game, to be honest. I'm following it.
It's on in the background.
But, the kids are watching it. Declan's over. He's a Met fan.
There you go.
So they're watching. And it's crazy. I mean, they've got a 9-4 lead. And then it just all falls apart.
Then they thought, let's bring in Kodai Senga.
Yeah, and that was a mess. He gives up.
Because that's a good idea.
Because Senga, he needs an extra day when he's starting, but on 3 days rest, he can go out there in relief, and he gives you 3 innings and gives up 4 runs and 4 walks. This is a guy that when they got him, he finished 7th in rookie of the or Cy Young.
Yeah.
In his rookie year. Like, he pitched well.
Yeah.
And now the injuries and now the ineffectiveness, now he's just a waste. He's done. So the game is 9-9. And even the Braves series, in a couple of games they won. Remember the game they had a 10-3 lead, they got 6 runs in the 9th inning, hold on.
Yeah.
And in the other night, the last game of the series, we're back and forth in extra innings.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of runs are being scored late in the game. So it's 9-9. So I'm invested. And now there's this. The one thing that baseball brings is that, tug at your heartstrings moment. They bring in Matt Senger. Matt Sellinger's a local kid from Westbury, went to SUNY Farmingdale, 31 years old, making his major league debut.
He pitched with the Ducks. He got called up.
Right.
That's great.
He got drafted by the Pirates way back in 2017. So he's banging around the minor leagues for 9 years.
Hanging on.
There's probably multiple times where he's going to give up on his dream. It's not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. And now finally.
Never quit before the miracle.
At 31, he gets to make his major league debut to live out his dream. And gets absolutely shelled. I wanted to cry for him. Because this is his dream, and I'm sure when he dreamed it was striking out the side. His family's there, and it just like tears coming out of my eyes almost as he gets absolutely shelled. 7 runs, 4 walks. His earned run average, Peter, at the end of the inning, and it's his major league earned run average because it was his debut. It was 63. Yikes. 63. For those of you scoring at home,
6-1.
Earned run average is basically what would you give up if you pitched 9 innings. If he had pitched a 9-inning game, his earned run average represents he would have given up 63 runs, and it looked every bit like it. And they're talking about it during the game, and I think because Keith was doing the game. I don't know if it was Keith or Gary saying. Maybe this is something he'll laugh about later on. I'm thinking, if that were me, I'd be crestfallen. I finally made it, and that's what I did. Now, the good news was they gave him another inning, because why not? The game is, and he pitched a clean inning and actually got the earned run average to go down 31.5. But so at least he got a little bit of a better taste in his mouth.
He struck out Salvador Perez. I mean, that's not nothing.
Well, I mean, and he ended up striking out 2 guys. So,
but still, you could, if there's anything you could say, is that I struck out, Perez is going to be a Hall of Famer, right? I struck him out.
Yeah.
You know, like there's at least you got that.
Well, listen, he made it, all right,
Yeah,
and I don't know what, but it's how would you feel? Because I pitched in high school, and I was recruited by Rampo College. I got cut. You know the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it sounds ridiculous. Up until the end, I still thought maybe, just maybe, some kind of fluke will happen,
right,
and I'll catch on somewhere, and I'll be able to pitch. And you played basketball, and I'm sure there was moments where you're like, who knows, maybe I'll go to Greece or something, and maybe I'll get a 10-day contract from an NBA team or whatever, right?
Did you think that out?
Did you ever?
No.
I mean, I thought I'd have a shot at playing somewhere in Europe, like a little bit, but I learned quickly when we played Christ the King when I was a junior. We played Oak Hill Academy when I was a junior in a big McDonald's tournament we played in. And I saw guy went back door, like cut behind me, looked up, and all I saw was the bottom of his shoes. And I was like, yeah, that's going to be it for me.
Up until that moment.
I had a good run, though.
Up until that moment, you probably thought, hey, I'm
you
tall,
always dream
I'm
when you're
pretty
that
athletic.
little. But,
yeah, why not?
But if for some reason.
I get what you're saying.
If some reason. Because at 30, listen, you know how difficult it is to make your major league debut at 31? Usually you give up by then, right? So obviously, he was still holding out hope. And a Long Island kid pitching for the Mets.
Yeah, it's personal. It's personal.
So imagine if for whatever reason you're playing for the Knicks, all right? Listen, it's a 10-day everybody's hurt. They throw you out there, and you throw 10 air balls, go 0 for 10. Would you be like, hey, I got to play at Madison Square Garden, I got to be a Knick, or would you be like, oh, my God, I'm disgusted with myself. I finally got a chance.
But he's still got a couple of strikeouts, so there is a highlight film for him.
But I'm telling you,
because
in the moment.
I know, yes, it sucks.
After the first inning. But I'm saying when I'm watching the game,
last night.
After that first inning, he's pacing in the dugout. Like, you could see that he's – and I hope Green –
killing him.
Just let him go out there again. All right, because give him a chance to, and he did. He did redeem himself, and didn't give up anything in the next inning. So there were some positives. He has 2 big league strikeouts. That's something. But at the moment before he gets to pitch that next inning, I'm thinking
it's eating him alive.
It's got to. I just wonder.
It's killing him.
I can only go by how I would feel. Like maybe over time, hey, I did something that people could only dream about. I put on a major league uniform. I went out there on a professional ball field and I played.
Yeah.
Or does it eat at you that you just didn't perform? It would probably eat it. I think both would be true. It would eat at me that I didn't perform, but at the end of the day, I got a story that, hey, I made it to the bigs.
He's not Moonlight Graham.
And he got, by the way, he was DFA today, so it's over as far as the Mets are concerned.
Yeah, but he's in the books though. He was a major leaguer. He's in the books.
No, he's in the books.
And so I know as time goes by, that will still matter to him. That, you know what? I pitched for the Mets. Right?
How would you end up feeling, Peter? I know you weren't. You were quite the base runner.
If I made it,
but if you, I don't know, relate.
Yeah, that's how you would feel.
So if I got the opportunity, I made it that far. and then you just get completely shelled to the point where you're immediately DFA'd and it's over. How would I feel? How would I take it?
Would you look at the bright side? Hey, I made it.
Or
would you feel disgusted that you didn't do anything?
I think in the moment you're feeling disgusted. There's no way around it.
Yes.
You have to.
But 10 years from now, 20 years from now.
I think I know this sounds like what I'm saying is silly, but aren't you kind of asking the ultimate life question about what kind of person are you? Are you like a glass half full? Like there are people who would spiral, and they would say, "I made it that far. I worked everything, and it was all for nothing. My life's a joke." And they'd become an alcoholic, and they'd fall apart and be miserable. And every time they'd get drunk, they'd corner you and complain about that day and how it all would have been different, and how you should be somewhere in a hot tub with your soulmate. That's Uncle Rico to you and me.
Yeah, exactly.
But there are other people who would then go on to do awesome stuff and be like, dude, I made one dream happen. It was incredible. Made it as far as I could, and I took that same energy, and now I'm doing something else.
You'll love
it's
this.
The ultimate question.
First of all, him wearing 73 was nice. But the other one is he said when he was throwing, like warming, I guess he was, whatever it was, warming up on the field, he was looking around the stadium. I've sat there for a game. I sat there for a game. I sat there for the Rangers Winter Classic. I went to the Home Run Derby here. Like this is a guy who grew up and he only knows sitting in the crowd. It's something that Zach and I always talk about, as he's just continually, no matter what gets in his way, chasing that dream of one day. Does he get a chance to one shift in the end? You know what I mean? Like that's a dream that if you got one shift.
Yeah,
it's just now it's all complete.
I think
not everybody is born to be the number one pick in the draft and go on to have a 10-year career. Some people it's just a cup of coffee. But hey, I worked my whole life and I actually got to experience.
I think
that.
you're right. I think because of his age,
pretty freaking cool.
If he was 22,
different story.
And now he realized his dream is over, because he would be in that game thinking, hey, maybe I'm going to pitch well and I'm going to stick with the team and I'm going to be a big leaguer for the next 15 years. And then you fall on your face and you're like, oh, I guess not. Like the moment you had in high school, that was probably devastating for you, because up to that point you're thinking, hey, scholarship and all that. At 31, when you're making your big league debut at 31, mission accomplished just being on the mound, right? Because you had to think
this was never happening.
Deep in your 20s, 30,
yes.
You're like, I'm never going to get there. When he was pitching for the Long Island Ducks, which is an independent league team, you're probably thinking, this is it. At least I'm getting paid to play ball. I think the victory was the moment when he was looking around. I sat there. And what ended up happening is irrelevant, because really, was it ever on the table that the miracle would happen at this point? Maybe he'd stick around for a little while, but at 31, he had to realize this is the culmination of the dream, just stepping on the mound. Let's not get caught up in what I did.
Yeah, it's not the movie The Rookie.
And he did get that second inning, so he did strike out a couple of guys, so there was some positives, and now he can look back and go, at least I made it.
He finished strong.
It's a great way to look at it because of the age at 31. When you finally live your that's the victory. Walking on that first pitch he threw, that's the win.
You know how we always do, like, would you take 96 years old? Would you take 98? Right. If I told you that you have the option of never having the experience, or you get to be there, you get to the show, but it's an absolute disaster, would you say, I still want to be in the show? Right? Wouldn't you just say, I'll take it because I want to be there. I want to say I got there. And his perseverance to all the way up to 31 years old, he's playing for the Ducks, man.
And also, I don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to walk away from the game? I don't know what's going to happen.
How can he get better?
But let's say he goes back to the Long Island Ducks, and he sits down in the clubhouse before the Ducks' next game. There's going to be every one of his teammates is going to be around him, asking him, "What was it like? What was it like to pitch at Citi Field? What was it like to?" be in the same dugout with Juan Soto and Francisco Lindor. They're not going to be like, oh, what is it like to get racked? They're going to say, hey, what was it like to be in the show? What was it like to pitch in front of all those people, be on television? I'm sure that everybody
the media
is
around
still
you?
Be envious of him.
All the media was around you? What was that like? All the New York media was around you?
But in that, just as somebody that has been there, done that, as far as like pitched, in that moment, though, I'm sure he was devastated. In the dugout, walking up and down, pacing back. He's probably like,
he was probably begging him, "Can you just get me out there? I want to go back out there."
And I'm glad he did
do this.
I'm glad he did, and I'm glad he had the inning because it's always on the table. Hey, Senger pitched like crap. right? And he's been in the bigs for a while, right? Anybody can have a bad moment. His bad moment was his first moment, So maybe he's just mad, like, damn, give me another chance. I could do better than that. But he's been DFA'd, and we'll see. Listen, there's
kind of sucks.
There's always room for pitchers.
Shouldn't Senger been DFA'd?
And I've seen a lot of people beating the Mets up, like putting him in a bad situation. Like, he's 31. Like, what's the chance to succeed? Hey,
that's exactly what you do, is put a guy like that in that situation.
But the Mets, what people have to realize is that it's an evaluation. Now, why he's with the Mets, I don't know the backstory as far as they needed an arm. What it tells you is where the Mets are. The Mets are in a world of hurt. It's not even about like how they're playing, and the evaluation at the end of the day. Like, Andy Green is going to go to Stearns at the end of the season and report back what's wrong. And if there's any other answer, then we just don't have players. Then there's a problem. Like, they've got to come to the conclusion, guys, that David Stearns isn't the guy. And now now the topic of conversation, they were talking about it this morning, trading Lindor. Explain to me how that benefits the organization. All right. Now, if you're going to tell me that he doesn't get along with anybody, he doesn't get along with Soto, he didn't get along with Nimmo, he didn't get along with McClain, didn't get along with Alonso. Dude, they got rid of those guys to keep Lindor. In order to trade him, you're going to have to eat all kinds of salary. How does that make the team better? Like, do you really think you're going to get studs for Francisco Lindor?
No, but that's not what it's about. First of all,
well, what is it? No, explain to me what it's about. I want to know.
Because I've actually seen this happen. Sometimes you make a move; it's addition by subtraction. It doesn't mean you're getting better as a team. You can't, because you're going to have to find yourself somebody that can play short now. They're not going to be as good as him. But the point, I think, is there's something awkward happening in that clubhouse. We said it last year. It was obvious. And then the owner went out and admitted it. Yes, this was a problem. He said it was a problem last year, but we think we fixed it. But we all know it's not completely fixed, right? Both players have kind of realized we've got to learn how to get along, even though we don't really like each other. And then they've been fortunate enough, maybe, to not have to spend a lot of time together because of the injuries that went on between the two of them, where they weren't really having to play together. But at some point as an organization, you're going to have to make a choice. Because if the clubhouse is never going to get right because you have this two clicks in that clubhouse, you got to make a choice. And you're always going to choose the younger player who has the longer-term contract. So you have to find a way to make a move that is a rip the Band-Aid off move. That's why you do this, Don. You don't do this to get better as a team talent-wise. You do this to get your organization out of whatever this issue is that is clearly keeping this team from being unified, keeping them from moving forward and building off of a foundation.
No, that's fine.
Don't you agree?
We can debate that.
Otherwise, you just always have this awkwardness and uncomfortable place.
We're having legitimate conversations on whether David Stearns deserves to have a job, and now I'm going to have him trade one tradable piece, apparently, that can make this team better.
Yeah, that's different.
Because sometimes addition by subtraction. I want to get something back, Alan. The one thing that I took from that podcast, we both listened to it. Cohen saying he doesn't like his farm system. In the first press conference Cohen had was, I want to improve the farm system. The farm system's not there. If they're going to trade Lindor and they're going to get a bunch of prospects, great. But am I sure that this is the guy I want to make that kind of a deal? Or do I want to wait until the offseason when I get all my ducks in a row and then have him make the deal instead of just trying to hurry and make a deal before the deadline just for the sake of moving a piece, as you said, just addition by subtraction? I need to get better. I need to have a better roster. And if you're going to tell me that eventually I'm going to get better, never mind the room, I'm actually talking about the roster, then I want that piece that I could move, help this team move forward from a better roster standpoint.
Now,
want the guy
with a contract like that. You're not.
But if I'm going to eat, because that's what Cohen can do. That's the benefit of Cohen.
Yes.
But then I don't know how much that could hurt in a different world after the lockout.
Yep.
But still, in real time, hey, I can do what I did a few years ago with Verlander and eat the money, and I did it with Scherzer too, and then And then because then you can get a lot back for Lindor if I'm not having to take on his entire salary. If I'm going to take on his entire salary, I'm not going to give you anything.
Mm-hmm. That's true, too.
But right now, I want to. If I'm going to move this guy, I want to replenish my minor league. I want to be able to start getting some young players. They're going to make this team better someday. Not try. I don't care about honestly, right now, I don't care about how everybody gets along because I want most of these guys gone anyway.
There you go. Right. So I don't think this is something you're doing July. You're not doing this now. This is an off-season thing. But they do have to come to a point where they decide.
But what a friggin' botch this whole thing is,
botch.
Though.
Total botch.
I mean, because and specifically, you can pick which botch you think is worse. Was the Lindor contract the botch, or was going out to get Soto the botch? Because I really felt like, guys, that Soto could have been. I'm not saying he's not Soto. Lindor is not Soto. We know that from a talent standpoint. But he is a kind of like forever kind of player who could be at the centerpiece of a team. You know, last year before the season started, he put out that commercial in Queens where he's playing baseball with the kids. It really felt like he was like, I'm here to be a Met.
And you know what?
And then you went out and got this other piece,
and
it's
saying,
1 + 1 = SH you know what. 1 + 1 = ASS.
And that's
what happened.
That's the be careful what you wish. And that's what the Mets did with the money. Because you were waiting You were waiting for Cohen to swing it and get the guy. And attempts at different people never worked. But the Soto one worked. And you talk about they spread out whatever he wanted. They gave him carte blanche. They sold out to get Juan Soto. That was their victory. And now you look back and you go, as great as Juan Soto is, was that really the best move for the Mets and who they were and where they were as a franchise?
But to answer Peter's
by the way, what a moment in time. You guys remember this?
Moment in time.
Oh, Woody Johnson.
Woody Johnson wearing, was it Sauce Gardner's chain? They gave him a chain?
The ice.
The Woody chain. Yeah. That turned out good.
Sorry, it worked out at the end. It's never a bad idea to get one of the best players in baseball.
But
in theory.
But the issue was that you were not structured properly to handle it. That's on you. You should always try to get the best personnel. So getting Juan Soto was not a mistake.
You got him.
The mistake was not having the structure to handle him.
It's how you got him too, Don. Though it's how you got him.
But if if you're strong, if we talked about he's not the first professional athlete to get preferential treatment. But if you've got a room that can handle it, if you've got leadership that can handle it, shouldn't be a problem. But if you just throw them in there and just ask your players to adjust with no leadership, no direction, no manager, then it's not going to work.
But that to me is what part of the issue is. So you can say you should always go get the best player available. But if you know what your room is and you hope you're trying to build to a place, you have to know, hey, this piece would be really neat. It's not that different from what we talked about with LeBron. Hey, LeBron could really add to this team. Yeah, but chemistry-wise, it's going to change everything. Not what we need. Hey, Soto's one of the best talents in all of baseball. Right. There's probably a lesser player we could get.
Or two.
Or who would fit with the guy we already have spending the next decade here. Let's do what makes sense. We don't need to go please people on Twitter. We need to do what makes sense for our room, and they got that completely wrong.
I'm telling you.
And now they have to start over.
This is that, be careful what you wish for. You did win the day, but was it really the best move for you? Because of what it's done since. And it's not Soto's fault. It's the Mets not knowing what they were.
To me, it's everything that's happened. Like, no captain. Why not a captain? Oh, you know what? I'm going to make Lindor the captain. Juan, get over it. You're here. We gave you the suite. Go play ball.
Couldn't do that because you remember he also has his out.
Well, then you take your out.
To him.
But you got to have some backbone. You just can't completely bend over all the time.
They had to because of who they were and where they were.
No, well, see, that's where I think the difference between a winning organization and a losing organization.
There you go.
All right?
Which is why I don't know how you can trust the owner.
But we talked about Bill Parcells giving LT, looking the other way, but the Giants still won. And he was able to handle it because he was a strong enough person to be able to, and the room was strong enough to say, hey, this guy's good. And he delivered. So I think there are ways, just because you give doesn't mean you have to keep giving. You can draw a line at some point, just like having kids. All right, I'm going to let you have the tablet. I'm going to let you have some candy before. But because I do that doesn't mean that now you got carte blanche. You can do whatever the hell you want. At some point, I've got to draw the line. and not drawing the lines on them. A ball player is going to take advantage of whatever he can get. Give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. Don't give him that mile, or don't even give him that inch. 1-800-919-3776. Got a list. I think you're going to enjoy it, guys.
I can't wait for this.
I do.
Folks, he's been talking about this since we got here today.
I got to be honest with you guys.
He's fired
I was
up.
here early.
Doing the work.
And I threw up a trial balloon.
Okay, and?
Everybody was in.
You were blowing
Everybody
minds.
was in. Right? Jacob, Anthony.
Not
everybody was in.
Talk of the room.
Really was.
Oh.
Wow, so
everybody's involved.
You hyped it up.
So much.
And now it delivers.
Will it deliver? We'll find out next.
Stay tuned.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
This is the Michael K. Show.
You might all disagree with me on this. 7th game of the World Series. Yankees have to win to be champions. Every single one of their starting pitching is available. I could choose between Garrett Cole, a former Cy Young Award winner. I could choose between Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, Will Warren, Ryan Weathers, or Cam Schlittler. There's one guy on the staff that's dominant and great, and that's Schlittler.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Presented by the Parisman Firm.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. 21 and over, physically present, New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-HOPE-NY. Thanks, HOPE-NY, 467-369.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. At Rings End, they're there to help realize your modern design visions. That's why they partner with Marvin. Engineered for big ideas, Marvin modern windows and doors deliver effortless elegance, expansive views, and industry-leading innovation, all in a modular system designed to meet the exacting principles of modern architecture. Experience Marvin Modern at a Rings End showroom today and create something stunning with them. Rings End is a certified Marvin installing retailer.
When's the last time payroll was the easy part of your week? With Gusto, it can be. Gusto is the all-in-one platform designed to take the hassle out of managing your team, from payroll and compliance to hiring, onboarding, and more. With Gusto, you can get back 2 full days each month with all the time you have saved. Go to gusto.com today and learn why over 500,000 small businesses choose Gusto. That's Gusto.com. Gusto.com.
Refresh your yard this summer with 4th of July savings from the Home Depot. Choose your power starting at $99 with tools from trusted names like Ryobi and Milwaukee. From backyard get-togethers to end-of-summer upgrades, 4th of July savings on cordless tools deliver the power and mobility to keep up with every job without slowing you down. Power on the go is here, and summer projects are easier than ever with the Home Depot. While supplies last, see store or online for details.
Now it's time for traffic with Susie Cerrone.
Hey there, guys. Still have this frozen zone in Midtown Manhattan, the ongoing issue at the building. 42nd and 43rd shut down between 2nd and 3rd Avenue. Crash on the Deegan southbound at the Bruckner. That's in the right lane. At least 30 minutes on the Belt eastbound to go from Knapp Street to Merrick Boulevard. Minor delays now at the inbound George Upper Deck as they wrap up that right lane road work. Cross Bronx to the George. 40 minutes outbound Lincoln or Holland. 30 minutes apiece. We're sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? PCA can help. They build better athletes and better people through sports. Info at positivecoach.org. I'm Susie Cerrone for 880 ESPN New York.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code SAVE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code SAVE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code SAVE to borrow up to $10,000.
You just made the list, buddy.
This is The List with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Brought to you by the Allure Group.
That's right. The Allure Group is nice enough to sponsor the top 5. I'm not going to put this in any necessary order, but these are the top 5. You ready?
I'm locked in. Here we go.
Actors that you know them by their character and not their name. So they're typecast so much that if you saw them in the street, you'd recognize them by the character's name and not their own.
You would yell the character's name. And
like, hey, it's
Shooter McGavin.
Oh, that's pretty
That's
good.
a very good one.
That's a very good
but
one.
I'm not taking any of the 5
All
I
right,
have on the list.
Because
he was established.
His
I
name
can't
is,
think his name.
and I remember, I got a drop from him for the anniversary.
Yes.
Because we did the Tiger commercial together.
Right. Oh, it's going to bother me.
And he hangs out here. He lives in the city. What's his name again, guys? What's Shooter's name?
Christopher McDonald.
Christopher McDonald. And he's been nominated, maybe won now, Emmys with Hacks. He's fantastic on the show Hacks. All right. So move the paper.
I don't trust you.
I'm looking this way.
I think you guys really want to do this.
No,
I've got a ton of honorable mentions, too.
All right, hold on.
Easy does it.
So who's up for you? I'll let you go next.
Actors only know the character.
You go, that's the character.
That's that guy.
And I would venture to say, of the 5 that I have here, you may not necessarily know their actual names.
Their real name. I'm going to just throw out a lot of them because I think this is like a tough one.
Like, are we talking about the last 50 years of everything?
It's just life.
Movies and TV?
The reason I didn't put them in any order, because I think all work. It's just I think these 5 work the most.
And I'm recognizing I'm going to throw some out that are not going to be on there, but they're still fun ones to add to the conversation. Okay. How about Ernest?
Oh, wow.
That's a good one. I just don't think he was... people will be like, oh, that guy from the commercial. Like, I don't know if Ernest jumps to mind.
So Pee Wee Herman?
Enough.
But I do know his name, by the way. It's Jim Varney, I believe, right?
Yeah,
that
Jim
sounds about
Varney.
right. Pee Wee Herman.
Paul Rubin.
Yeah, but that is very good. But Pee Wee was big. I mean,
people
that
would go, hey, there's Pee Wee.
Oh, no, he's getting yelled.
But
It's funny you said
I'm
that
still
Pee Wee was
comfortable with
big.
the 5 that I have. Because I very quickly came out with Paul Rubin.
Right.
Not going to be able to
You're saying with these, we're going to go, oh, my God, the character's so big.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big
I've tested these. I don't think anybody got the actual actor's name on any of the ones that I have.
I just want to hear it.
Do you just want to hear it?
I just want to hear
it. I know,
it.
but I want to.
No,
we're
but he's
running out of segment.
No, listen.
No, we got plenty. It's early in the segment. It's the dead of summer. Yeah, we'll spend 10 minutes guessing. I want to ask you a couple hints.
Yeah.
How many from TV? How many from film?
I would say that 1, 2, 3, 4 from TV, 1 from film.
Paulie Walnuts.
That's a good one, too.
Another good
very
guess.
good
But I just don't know if the character is... Again, I'm not taking any of these 5 out.
You said 4 from TV, 1 from film, or 4 from film, 1 from TV?
4 from TV, 1 from film.
Oh, okay. Let me start thinking
and
then.
My honorable mentions, they're all TV. They're one movie and 3 TV.
So
TV is where it's at. Because if you make it in a movie,
Alan, that changes a lot. I was thinking really movie.
I was thinking TV.
Oh, you were thinking TV?
I'm trying to go back to some of the sitcoms and the dramas and all that stuff where the character was huge and you don't even remember what the character's name was.
My final hint I'll be asking for, just give me eras, please.
Oh, yeah.
70s.
That's a struggle for me.
Knew that
early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
80s. 80s. Early 90s, late 80s, and the other one, mid to late 80s. I got to tell you, when we tried this thing, people were firing.
Really?
Rapid fire stuff.
This is a way to say he's disappointed
People
in you
were
slightly.
writing lists down and
I've thrown out a
handing them
bunch.
to me.
Alan's given
That's
us
a good point.
I've thrown out a few at least already. Alan's stuck.
I'm really,
But you're not hitting it, Pete.
Alan,
You're getting there.
You know what? You know what the problem with Alan is?
I
He
overthink
wants
it.
to go 5 for 5.
Right.
Come
But
on,
I-
just
no.
Just fire away, man.
I'm overthinking.
Think about iconic
because
TV.
I have names, but I know they're not big enough.
You got to think about big time TV.
I know.
Big time.
But anything
but
big
big
time,
time
you
TV, you
kinda
feel
know.
like you know who the actors are,
Yes.
right? Like 80s, right?
I got to tell you the one that
Like
I would
J.R.
actually
Ewing.
put at number 1. Honorable mention.
There you go. We finally got an honorable mention at least.
But
Good
I just
job.
got that.
But a lot
What's
of
J.R.
everybody
Ewing's
was in
name?
the Dallas.
Chat has some that are close.
Oh, I don't want
Some honorable mentions.
Okay.
But,
they do? They do?
One was an iconic television show. He's an iconic character.
MacGyver.
Oh, wow. That's a good
That's
point.
not, I mean, that's pretty big.
Everybody references
you
MacGyver.
literally, if someone is
All right,
trying to
all
fix
right.
something,
Very
you go,
Who
nice
you
try,
taking out?
MacGyver.
That's good.
Who are you taking
I
out?
don't know yet. I don't know.
See, again, these are massive characters.
This is an iconic
Makes it
character,
so
and I bet
difficult.
you wouldn't know his actual name.
It's an iconic character, and we won't know his real
You
name.
may not
Are they
know. You
main?
may.
Are they main characters?
Oh.
You see the person on the street,
I
and
mean,
you
I
don't
get
go,
it.
that's John Smith.
I
That's
You
know.
will recognize every one of these people.
All right.
But how many of them will we know the actual actor's name? You're just saying
I
it's,
say there's a very good chance you won't know any of them.
any of them.
Maybe one.
So that would take out like Archie Bunker, for example.
No, it wouldn't.
no, it wouldn't.
No.
Oh, really?
Carol O'Connor?
But he's known. It's Carol O'Connor.
When I was talking
of
to
the
people,
night.
nobody knew
All
what
right,
his name was.
so Archie Bunker's on
Archie
there.
Bunker.
All right.
But when people
I think
saw
it's
him, they'd be
good.
like, Archie Bunker.
I think Don's right.
that's fair.
And I was forgetting, even in that moment, Carol O'Connor's name, but I knew his name.
Because when you saw Heat of the Night, you're like, oh, Archie Bunker's on Heat of the Night.
I
That's
know,
weird.
but if you saw him in the street, you're going to go, there's Archie Bunker.
All right, fair enough.
All right.
Fair enough.
So
All right.
but you
I
knew
knew
So
his
now,
name.
now we know what we're doing. Now we're into.
Yes.
So it.
Are you gonna throw George Jefferson in there too?
No
I'm not
way.
gonna- No.
I mean, listen, Sherman Helmsley
Although
did a couple
Sherman
of
Helmsley
things.
is not a
it's
name
really
that you would-
George
No, but-
Jefferson.
Well,
Yeah.
again, we can get to the who you
With
taking
all
out.
respect to Amen, it's really all about the Jeffersons.
I know.
And by the way, Amen, underrated show. All right, so but we're hitting in
He
the
was
area
a judge
now.
on Amen, right?
No, he was the
preacher.
The preacher.
He was a judge in something else, too, I thought.
Might have been.
He was a judge in something else.
Now I gotta find
Comedic,
out.
right?
Yeah.
He was a very good actor, very funny
No, he was
actor. All right. So we're now in the kind of zone here. We're thinking big name,
Yeah.
lead part,
Yeah.
in a
now I
TV
can't.
show.
I can't think of either name. Is that bad?
I don't think
But it's-
two of the shows I don't think were very good, but for some reason the characters are very iconic.
Very iconic. See, that's what makes me hesitate. Because some of these I'm thinking
just
aren't
for
that
whatever
iconic.
reason, the name you're going to scream their name
Again,
and not know their real name.
I'm
But
so
you're
curious.
pretty good with the names now that I think about it.
Yes, but
Yeah.
you're saying the average person.
The average person.
All
At least
right.
we test drove.
And these people are very average. You're talking about me, for God's sake.
I need you to guess something.
I
Alan,
gave
man.
you J.R. Ewing.
Hey, you got an honorable mention there.
That's an honorable.
So real quick, the Archie was you said there was only 170s, right?
That's it. That's the only.
That was
seven.
it. So we're into the 80s now. Give me Webster,
That's good.
but people know Emmanuel Lewis.
Yeah. Especially his relationship with Michael
With
Jackson.
they made him big. Early 80s or late 80s?
I'm going to say maybe late 80s for both.
Late 80s for both.
Yeah. Both shows that I'm sure you watched, and you know the characters.
And we know the characters.
And they can't. One of them's no longer with us.
One of them's no longer with
boy.
us.
He's dead.
Am I going to be kicking myself big time here?
I think. Don't get caught again. Iconic is strong. Like this
Chat's
is not all
got
in the
one
family.
nailed.
They do?
Yeah. It's not all in the family iconic, but it was
still
a big
big.
show. You know the character, and they're they've been referred to in one of these characters was referred to in a movie. When they saw him in the movie, they called him by his character's name.
Oh, Screech.
Screech from Made.
Yeah, my favorite scene in Made.
Dustin Diamond no longer with us.
Oh.
But if you saw him in the street,
Screech.
it's Screech.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Now listen,
I wouldn't put that as iconic, but
I would argue that some of the ones we've mentioned I'd maybe put ahead, but Screech is in the conversation.
Screech is there.
Screech is
a
a
whole
big
generation
deal.
grew
Did you
up
know
on
he was
that
Dustin
Saved
Diamond?
by the Bell.
In that moment, I feel like I could have forgotten, but I know that Dustin Diamond is Screech.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember,
if we had to do match the name of the character.
Remember when there used to be the stupid rumor that he was like the brother of Mike D from the Beastie Boys? Was
Oh
completely made up?
I don't remember.
That's a poll.
There you go.
But they are not related.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's the one from the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, it's funny.
Now we got a couple of
The
70s.
other one's a little older.
A couple of 80s.
Kind of a similar character in Goofy. Got a lot of hijinks. Urkel, absolutely great. That's a good one. I got Urkel.
Now we're having a conversation.
Do you know Urkel's name?
Yes, Jaleel White.
There you go. Urkel.
But you're not yelling out Jaleel White.
But people are yelling Urkel.
You're yelling Urkel.
And he's got it for the rest of his life.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's a big deal, and people do know his name. But for the same, did you consider Carlton?
We thought
we
that.
did.
Yeah, I threw that out.
But then I thought he's really made a name for himself with the America's Funniest Home Video.
And he was on Silver Spoons.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a Michael Jackson commercial. He did a lot of stuff.
There could be people that recognize him for something other than Fresh Prince.
For sure.
But I don't think any of these guys are being recognized. Like, Heat of the Night was a huge movie. Sidney Poitier. It's Archie Bunker. Like, you're not going to be able to get over.
I think he was in the TV vehicle.
Yeah, he was the TV vehicle in the Heat of the Night, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So,
yeah, who was the one that in the actual movie?
I don't remember the actor's name, but they looked alike.
So what's left? What are the ranges of what's left?
You said what?
One is a movie in the mid '80s.
Oh, a movie.
And one is a TV show from around the same time.
Oh, wow.
Big show.
Now, Peter, I said, and this was, I think it's an honorable mention for Don. I said Jon Snow.
I absolutely adore that for people of our age who love that show, in that age range, I should say, because you and I are quite similar.
Because I think that's fair.
Oh no, I saw him. He was at Jalen Brunson's party. Hit the drop. He was at Jalen Brunson's party. And my friend Skylar, who's also an actor, goes to me, Jon Snow. And I went, oh my God.
Well, there's an in the wild moment right there.
What's Jon Snow's real name again?
Kit Harington.
But Kit Harington is a big name, but Jon Snow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of them, and it really depends on your age. It depends on the things that you like. So this is more just a fun thing than I'll still get yelled at on social media. How did you forget?
Mid 80s, big show.
Yeah.
Oh, give me Punky Brewster.
Oh, what was her name again?
So Leo Moonfry, but you don't remember? It's another.
Yeah.
My list could be as good as yours.
But I don't know if anybody's going to.
What do you think about Punky Brewster?
That's generational.
Yeah, that's generational, and a lot of people would just be like,
by the way, how about
she's hot.
And by the way, I have a friend who hooked up with her in prime Punky Brewster.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
And when I say prime Punky Brewster, I don't mean
you
the
don't
show.
mean
I don't mean
No.
the show.
No. You make that clear.
I mean,
repeat it.
No, I mean when she was an adult.
Adult prime.
She was. There was a lot going on there.
Yeah.
A whole lot.
Yep.
Michael K's Dream, I believe.
Yes.
All right.
There was
so
a lot.
we're running out of time here.
Okay. Mid 80s. It's not. It's not from
a
Cheers.
Movie, though. No, movie.
But we have a TV show too.
No,
don't we?
you already got it. You got Urkel. You got Screech. Oh no, the TV show is from.
You said mid 80s also.
That's 2005, 6, 10.
But
like
the
around
movie
there.
you said is 80.
And it was. All right, I'll give you a hint. It's a TV show, and then they did a movie.
How about Doc Brown?
No, come on. He was in Taxi, for God's sake.
I know. To a certain generation, though, he's just Doc Brown.
I know.
But yeah, fair.
All right, listen, we're up.
All right, tell us now.
Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, okay.
Paul Hogan. That's the movie.
You know what? It's a great call.
All right.
Because it's an iconic character.
And he did a bunch of
right.
He did
That's
a couple
not
of
an knife.
movies.
Now that's a knife.
Now, and the other one too. I mean, we all watched it, but it's the epitome. It's why you even think of doing a list. Vinny Chase.
You know what?
What's his name?
Adrian Grenier.
Right. That's it. It's Vinny. He'll be Vinny Chase forever.
He's Vinny Chase forever, and now he's barely Vinny Chase.
Wait, so
because you just don't like you.
See, Peter's really good. Would you remember? I probably, if you made it multiple choice, I would have said Adrian Grenier, but I don't know if it would have. I would have saw him.
I would have had to do the matching.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it's so deep. I might actually say Vinny Chase, thinking that was his real name, forgetting the character on Entourage. Like Vinny Chase is all I remember.
Which is ironic because in The Thing he is also an actor. All right, what are the other honorable mentions?
All right, the honorable mentions. I got Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh yeah,
is Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Yeah.
I wouldn't go there, but I think some people, if they saw the late James Gandolfini, might say Tony Soprano. I wouldn't.
No, but there are people.
Because I love True Romance, and but
yeah, but that's he's known as that, and there'll be a lot of people that would have just yelled Tony Soprano.
For sure.
Yeah. This one could have made the list, too.
Ebro once saw him get into a bike accident in front of Hot 97. Okay. Keep going.
Damn.
Michael Richards.
Kramer.
Yeah, I mean, like to me, he got so famous that you do. But, but there are people yelling Kramer for
and
sure.
I think this guy got too famous. He's been in a bunch of movies that we like too. But Henry Winkler, the Fonz. There was a time where if you ran into him in 1980, you're screaming the Fonz.
There was a time.
But now with Waterboy and Click, and he's,
a lot of stuff.
He's done a lot of. So I just left him as an honorable.
He's had a
mention.
huge run the last couple of years with the show on.
That's like what with Gidget. That would have been Gidget if you stopped in the 70s. Right?
Who's Gidget again?
Sally Field.
Sally Field was Gidget.
Right? But huge.
But Sally Field became big after that. So
again, this is all preference. It all depends on when you grew up to. And I want to thank John Winthrop, our pinhead suit. He came up with this.
Okay.
What was the impetus?
He thought it would be a good idea.
But why? There's no.
Well, we'll get to talk to him. You don't want to give him a mic. It's not the morning.
Wow.
Archie Bunker, Carol O'Connor on the list. Vinny Chase, Adrian Grenier.
I don't know. I was guessing.
Crocodile Dundee, Paul Hogan. Screech, Dustin Diamond, and Urkel, Janelle White.
Jaleel White.
Jaleel White.
Yeah, he's a man.
I'm not even sure. And that's what I got.
Jake makes a good point that up until recently in this Knicks run, you could say Olivia Benson, a.k.a. Mariska Hargitay. She's become very big, but I feel like up until recently, you would have said that's Olivia Benson.
Listen, I don't think there's any wrong answers.
Said, Who's that?
I don't think there's any wrong answers. But that's those were my
hell of a
I thought you'd get excited.
You did the work.
And that was the list brought to you by the Allure Group, where care meets compassion. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people who want to contribute to this list. 1-800-919-3776. It's Don on Rosenberg. Take you up until 6:30, and then it's Mets baseball on ESPN New York.
When care matters most, experience matters more. The Allure Group is redefining rehabilitation and long-term care across New York with 6 convenient locations. Their expert clinicians create personalized care plans to help you recover, rebuild, and get back to what matters most. From short-term rehab to long-term care, Allure is committed to comfort, dignity, and results. To learn more, visit allurecare.com. The Allure Group, where care meets compassion.
This is Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York.
I'm one of the dopes that's sitting here 10 days ago saying, it's the American League. This league stinks. And it does. It does stink. And they very well may be in a position to win it anyway. It doesn't make me feel good about going forward.
But if you're losing, what does that say about you? If the American League stinks, you're getting your ass kicked in, what does that say about you right now?
Bart Scott, Chris Carlin. Weekdays at 10 a.m. on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This July, join us for the Great American Giveaway and your chance to win your share of $175,000. Earn entries daily all month long. Then be here on July 31st from 3 till 6 p.m. when 2 lucky winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $20,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., one grand prize winner will take home $75,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Tricon Construction is growing across New Jersey, delivering larger, more complex commercial projects with the precision today's developers expect. Because when the timelines, capital, and reputation are all on the line, you need more than a contractor. You need a true construction partner. Tricon brings experienced leadership, disciplined project management, and a team built around accountability and execution. From planning to completion, they build with purpose, professionalism, and pride. For serious commercial projects, build with Tricon. Visit triconbuilds.com. That's triconbuilds.com.
You're in charge of ordering boxes. Small boxes, big boxes, really big boxes. You're in charge of tape, labels, mailers, bubble wrap, extra bubble wrap, just for fun. You're in charge of warehouse cleaning and safety supplies. Good thing there's Uline. Thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline makes it easy because you already do enough. Uline, we warehouse for you.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087. 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087 or simply visit TRA.com.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Buster Olney, Aaron Judge made some comments about the team, little lack of focus. How much do you think, should this continue, would reflect on the manager?
Booney is trying to find ways to get these guys going. When Aaron Judge chooses to speak like that, that says something about what he's seeing on a daily basis.
DiPietro and Rothenberg, morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
It's all we've been talking about during the break. Different ideas, different things that are getting popping out here. Jake Assman joined up.
Yeah.
He said he joined late, so he missed the Michael Richards. He threw that out. And Stifler's mom. But I don't know. There's been so much since American Pie that she's done. What's her first? Coolidge is
Jennifer Coolidge.
Jennifer Coolidge.
She's in the Discover commercials now.
It took Winthrop about 10 minutes, though, to remember her name, which he does lead to. That's how you know her as.
Right. And so I think this works on so many different levels because it depends on what age you are. And I got to give Peter a lot of credit. He knew a lot of the actors' names, but a lot of people aren't going to get some of those names.
Fun.
But it's like what you watched, what you grew up with, and all that. But good job by John.
Can you think about a list for next week because of the analogy we made about the Yankees, and think about bands who change their style?
Well, I get 2 weeks to work on it because I'm on vacation.
Oh, damn it! You can't call in.
Yeah, I guess I can.
You can email it. We have to do a list Wednesday.
Well, you guys are more than capable. You're very talented individuals, very creative minds.
I love a good list. I love coming up with a list.
I guess Peter's doing a list on Wednesday.
I'll do a list.
All right.
Next Wednesday. Now,
Peter's list.
Now, I'm just trying to decide whether I think if I wanted to argue harder for any of the ones that I guessed, that replacing some on the list. But now I don't remember.
You had a good one out of the gate. That was the
MacGyver.
Yeah, come on.
Like
that
MacGyver,
guy could be walking
by the way,
anywhere.
MacGyver's. He's right there with Crocodile Dundee in terms of like kind of iconic, but not like quite. You know what I mean? Like,
but nobody references Crocodile Dundee. MacGyver is referenced in everyday life.
It really is. I mean, there was an SNL skit, MacGruber, that led to a movie.
Really good.
Which led to a movie.
Honestly, and maybe I'm wrong. Would he be as recognizable walking down the street as MacGyver?
He didn't wear a big hat.
But you know what I'm saying? Like
the hat is a cheat code.
MacGyver. You're right. It became part of whenever somebody Jimmy switches something, you're MacGyvering it. But would you recognize the character walking down the street?
But if you were wearing one of those, Australian cowboy hats and had like a big old knife,
well, I guess you could
somebody call you, Crocodile Dundee, huh?
Yeah.
Right. That'd be the first
thing
they
I think
said.
Paul Hogan, though, like those, I'm older than you guys, but Al and I are those movies were huge.
Yeah, massive.
And everybody all of a sudden wanted to go to Australia and like Outback Steakhouse. Like I don't know the origin story of Outback Steakhouse, but if you told me it's here because of Crocodile Dundee,
the movie was so popular that we had to make a theme restaurant.
Had to.
And the Bloomin' Onion was born.
It was on the other day. It's still funny.
It had moments.
I don't.
I mean, when you look at how little he is, it kind of does get comical after a while. Like, but you're not beating up anybody.
No.
Make sure that knife's out.
Sylvester Stallone is not exactly towering
At least he's
either.
jacked, though.
Well, I'm sure there's several reasons for that.
Well, yeah.
But what I love, I was telling Nancy, it was on, and we watched like a half hour of it.
Yeah.
I love to watch old movies set in New York.
Me too.
And seeing.
Me too.
Like, you start to recognize things and how it looked in the 80s. Like, New York, Manhattan in 86 was a completely different world than Manhattan 40 years later.
So true.
Like, the signs are different, but you could instantly tell, all right, they're in Times Square. Oh, you could tell that they're, near the Garden. It's really cool, especially
Absolutely
old ones, like when you watch Tootsie from like 82. That's set in New York.
Don, you won't believe
Midnight
this.
Cowboy, that's a good one, too.
You won't believe it.
What's going on?
Outback Steakhouse, founded on March 15th, 1988 in Tampa, Florida.
Here we go.
By 4 hospitality veterans. Capitalizing on the pop culture wave of the 1986 film Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, so it's true.
The founders
It's
adopted
true.
an
You made
Australian
it up.
theme despite never having visited the country.
Wow. So that's pretty iconic. It started a steakhouse chain. It's still around.
By the way, I can't believe you nailed that.
I don't.
They never have been to Australia, and they just did all this cliche Australia stuff.
Some more good ones from the chat, and again, some of them are going to be younger than you guys, or even me in some cases. But Topanga that's a iconic one for a generation of people.
Who's that?
See,
yeah,
look her up. She was very.
I know the name. She was in is it Boy Meets World or whatever? Yeah,
there. Wait, Don.
Thank you.
For you.
Oh, they did a Girl Meets World recently. Like was supposed to be with. She's the mom now.
Oh, really?
Isn't it? Because I remember Callie watched something like that. I don't know. It wasn't Boy Meets World.
She's a huge wrestling fan, though, so I see her. She's around.
Yeah, she's on the new reboot.
There's a reboot, right? Okay, so I'm right.
But yeah, Topanga's a big one.
There you go. I thought that was a city.
I know we're going to argue because he's the head of our great union, but someone said Rudy. And it's fair for certain people.
He's been in a lot of other
things.
things.
He's been in a ton of stuff.
All these people have been in other stuff. It's just did the one thing tower
Does somebody
over the
yell
rest?
Rudy at him?
Listen.
Although he was Goonies. Wasn't he Goonies?
I think he's doing a tremendous job as the head of our union. And I think he's a fabulous actor, okay?
Sure he is.
You wouldn't shout out Rudy.
I don't think
it
so.
It just wouldn't apply.
Not now.
Not now.
If you looked at him.
Oh, he doesn't give Rudy anything.
He doesn't give Rudy.
No, he does not give Rudy.
No. He was just
Kelly
in,
Kapowski, by
Stranger
the way,
Things.
from Saved by the Bell.
Oh, that's Rick's favorite.
I mean, really.
She's an icon.
Rico loves her. Or did.
Well, because he's got eyes.
Yeah. But I
She's
mean, that
gorgeous.
was his.
Even now, she's like 52 years old.
Loved her.
Phenomenal.
You've seen Kelly Kapowski recently? I haven't seen her in years.
There's something on Twitter. What was the other guy, the blonde who ended up in NYPD Blue? The main guy.
Zach.
Yeah.
What's
there
his
was like a
character
picture
name?
of them then, and then there's a picture of them now.
By the way,
couple of years.
Zach. We Jean Paul or Mark Paul.
Yeah,
that's
Mark
a good
Paul
one.
Gosselaar.
Mark.
Did I get that right?
Something like
That's
that.
right.
But you're still
I just
going to.
blacked out. I don't know.
I can't have two from the same show. Screech is still bigger than Zach. You might say, hey, that's the guy from Saved by the Bell. I don't know.
If you
Screech
but Screech, when you saw him, you went Screech.
True, but Zach Morris is still a thing.
But
that's what it was. Zach
I've
Morris.
told this. Peter gets mad when I repeat stories. We worked for 11 years.
So you're going to repeat that?
I got to try. But I've
Mr.
always said
Belvedere is a great pull.
that's a good one, too.
It's very good.
But I said that the writing on NYPD Blue was so good that they said, listen, I'm going to make it number one. Get the kid from Silver Spoons will still be number one.
Yeah.
And then he leaves. Get the kid from Saved by the Bell will still be number one. It didn't matter. Didn't matter who they put in there. It still was a great show because it was all about the writing and not who was in it.
That's a really interesting point. I don't remember you saying that.
Didn't reek of and who was what was the guy from Saved by the Silver Spoons?
Ricky Schroeder.
Yeah. Big name.
Yeah.
But shouting the kid from Saved by the the kid from Silver Spoons doesn't work. You got to throw out the character.
By the way, people are embarrassing themselves.
Oh, here we go.
I've got multiple people in our chat yelling out Debo. Debo from Friday is Zeus, bro. That's Zeus.
Wow.
He was the wrestler Zeus first. He had an entire storyline in WWE and main evented with Hulk Hogan, bro.
That's right.
And had a movie. Then he was Debo.
But it also, in comparison.
No, it was big, but his name was Tiny Zeus Lister because it was pretty big.
Kadeem in the car's got one. Don't look at it, Alan. It's right
Well,
up
he said
Alan's.
Kadeem, which makes me think of Dwayne Wayne.
Right.
That's right.
But
More
we
to
know his
come.
name's Kadeem Hardison.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. Did you know Social Security takes money out of every paycheck you earn? Paycheck after paycheck. And you're not supposed to touch that money until you're 67? What if you can't work? What if you need that money now? The system is challenging and most people get denied. That's a fact. D'Agostino & Associates has the experience to win, and we win a lot. If you filed for Social Security disability benefits and were denied, let us appeal. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. Bite Back means fight back. 1-800-248-3222. We'll fight to get you paid. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and handles Social Security disability claims and appeals. Remember, if you've been denied, call us first. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates. We win a lot.
The World's Game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2-up early payouts so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pregame, straight match result bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you'll instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM's same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the World's Game. Don't miss your shot at an early win with 2-up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals, regardless of the final outcome of the match. Make it a tournament to remember with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply.
Now it's time for traffic and Susie Cerrone.
Hey guys, some issues in the Bronx. A stalled pickup truck on the Bronx River Parkway south at Allerton Avenue. That's blocking the right lane. And a stall has 2 right lanes out on the Cross Bronx westbound at the Deegan. Stop and go from well before White Plains Road. And in Queens, a crash on the Cross Island southbound at the LIE has 1 lane out. Road work cleared off the inbound upper deck of the George. Still about a 15-minute delay. Outbound Lincoln or Holland, 30 minutes apiece. And just a reminder, we still have the Palisades Parkway northbound shut down exit 19 to the Bear Mountain Circle. We're sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports, PCA can help. More info at positivecoach.org. I'm Susie Cerrone for 880 ESPN New York.
In a world parched for excitement, one drink will emerge. Twisted Tea, the refreshing thrill ride of flavor. Recreating its classic role as the hard iced tea that goes down smooth. Twisted Tea doesn't just taste like real iced tea, it's made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol. Taste the adventure with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
In a contracting business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. Service Titan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first call to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for visionaries ready to stop operating and start automating. Service Titan. AI for the trades.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
.503 in the big city. Don Hahn and Rosenberg with you until 6:30. Then it's Mets and Royals. What's up the Mets sleeve today? What kind of wacky way are they going to lose or win today? It is. There's nothing like. Sometimes when sports is bad, it's entertaining. Like, there's nothing. I'm sure they weren't proud. The Royals were not proud of the Little League home inside the park home run that the Mets got. But it's fun to watch just because of guys throwing the ball all over the place and runs being. I mean, it was 16-12 yesterday. The Yankees striking out, but we've hit on something with actors that you would meet and only know them by their character and not their name, and the phones are blowing up. And I tease Kadeem because he's got one that Alan should have been the first right out of the box. Should have guessed it.
You know what?
Kadeem in
he
the car.
He should be ashamed of himself.
You're on Don on Rosenberg. Let Alan know what he should have guessed.
Alan, I'm not going to lie. I was disappointed in you. But, gentlemen, good afternoon. Great meeting you at the parade the other day. But the one that I had, Luke Skywalker. I mean, I don't know his name. I don't know him for anything else.
I thought of that and thought to myself, there's no way. If I say it, these guys are going to jump me because it's a Star Wars thing. So I left it in the holster.
Oh, that's pathetic.
I definitely
that's
thought
very sad.
That is pathetic.
Mark Hamill, and I thought he really didn't play any other character in anything else that you would remember.
No.
Animated series, The Joker.
But still, like, he's really never done anything on camera as himself.
Wait a minute. What do you care if we make fun of you?
No.
You can beat us up. Right?
You say, look at me. How's it working out?
Right, but it's not. It was more of this is me again. I'm trying too hard. I'm like, Don would never think of Luke Skywalker.
No,
but it's huge. It's a really good one.
But I know Don would never.
It was brought up in the meeting too.
It was brought up.
By the way, so Ballard believes he has a mic drop moment. I don't hate it.
Mic drop. But you think it's a mic drop?
I think he didn't say that. He said it's his number one. I think it's tough to argue.
Okay.
Strong.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bean.
You know,
there is nothing else but Mr. Bean. I hate him. I want to punch him right in his stupid face.
You just can't stand
I hate
him?
his face.
Because it's so dopey.
Atkinson. What is his first?
Rowan
Atkinson. Rowan Atkinson.
If you had done the multiple choice, I would not have done that. I would have said the line would have went to nowhere.
All right.
I have no
I didn't
idea.
think about it. It's good. The reason I won't say drop the mic, was there ever an attempt to do anything else?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
I'd have to go.
But that's the thing. His is almost so strong, you can't do anything
Wouldn't
else.
Borat be sort of like that too?
No, I mean at some point.
No, I know he's done other things.
Johnny English, apparently.
Never.
Along with Mr. Bean.
What? No, Sacha Baron Cohen.
I know Sacha Baron Cohen, but I mean though.
It's nice. Well done. That's this week. That's very relevant and right now.
If you think about how many people would just think that.
Well,
because not everybody consumes everything that an actor does.
But what's
the most thing that you see and you yell that because it's easier to remembering Sacha Baron Cohen?
That is actually really fair. Even though he's like really successful for a lot of things, you're correct.
I understand.
The only problem is when you see him, he would never look like Borat, so you wouldn't even do it.
Then you'd say,
you would go, "Who is that again?"
Then you'd say Ricky Bobby. Then you'd say that.
By the way, that's right. By the way, what a great scene that is.
And
it's just the whole. His
the
character in that movie is.
And I think my Ernest easily could have been.
It is one of the most amazing cameos in movie history when he visits him at his house, and Elvis Costello is just sitting at the table, and nothing, just sitting at the table, and he's like, Was that Elvis Costello? He's like, yeah. And then that's it. That's it's
right. He's not in the movie.
Yeah. I love stuff like that.
I just love that they flew him in, put makeup on, and
whole
it just
thing.
Or maybe he was around.
Completely.
Hey, you want to be in the scene?
It must have been just he was visiting somebody.
Yeah,
Let's just
make it random.
But just in typical Will Ferrell fashion, just turn around. Was that Elvis Costello?
It's literally all I've ever wanted. Was to just be like a random guy in a scene in a big movie where you're just sitting there, and the only people that know you will just go, was that just Don? Right? Like if you were in just a random scene where you say nothing, you're just sitting there, but everybody that knows you just says that. Was that Don LaGreca?
Don? Jim in Carmel's got a really good one too. What's up, Jim?
Hey guys, classic from the 80s, sitting at the bar. Everybody yells Norm.
Norm, yeah, that's very good.
I thought about it, but I know Don too well, and I know he'd immediately just say George Wendt, and that would be it. So it is a good. I mean, honestly, Cliff.
And
Cliff is the better one because I got no idea.
See, John Ratzenberger, right? Is that how it's
Yeah, good pull.
Right?
Wow.
That is
Not
an
only-
outstanding
Not only a good pull.
Listen,
it's
that
a
makes up
strange
for all
pull.
the lack of guesses.
I love me some Cheers.
But yes, so.
And he was also.
But he's the voice in every Toy Story. What is he? He's the pig or something in Toy Story?
Oh, I didn't realize he's a big Toy Story
big
guy.
You
in
do
Toy
know the what's his name again from Cliff? The Cliff from Cheers?
John Ratzenberger.
John Ratzenberger, I think up until recently.
I could be saying it wrong.
I don't know the first one he was in, his voice was in every Disney animated movie. Even if it was just thrown in to say one word, like Coco.
No.
He says like one word, and that's it. Like they
His
put him
voice
in every
is
single
used
one.
a lot.
Yeah, I think the streak ended recently, but they put
we
him
just
in
saw Toy Story 5 with Callie. He's in it.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
I got
Because the same character.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's the bank.
And the guy that played Norm was in a movie with Michael Keaton from 1986 called Gung Ho. Did you ever see that?
Oh, yes.
What? Why,
Yes.
Peter? Why?
You know what, Don?
Yeah.
Layout.
All right.
So you got till 5:22.
What happened?
The disrespect at him. Even I've referenced it on the show.
Oh, have you ever heard
Have you
of
ever seen
Gung-Ho?
Gung Ho?
Wouldn't exactly fly today, but I enjoyed
No, it wouldn't work
in,
today.
in real
For
time.
I don't think we'd get away with it. It's one of those movies that why don't we ever see that on Freeform? Like, why is that never on
I mean, and by
reruns?
the way, the point of the movie is the right point.
Yes.
It's just how they get there.
We're slightly insensitive.
There are some moments that you go, "That's not," but it's also supposed to be like George Wendt he says a lot of the inappropriate things in the movie. He's supposed to be a Neanderthal.
Right. And he's also trying to hold on to his job.
And hold on to his job, and they're upset because the car dealership's bringing all these guys from Japan, and so you can imagine what ensues in this early to mid '80s film. But it ends up being a tremendously funny movie, and I love
funny and a great story
and a great story in the end. I love Michael Keaton movies from that era.
Same.
There. By the way, this list, it's so many. There's so many things that yes, you know the actor's name. Then there's another. It's almost a different list. They're a huge actor. You absolutely know their name, but their character, they will still always be.
No matter
this
what they're
thing.
in,
Well,
they're this.
There were people that, I don't want to say misunderstood, but I did get a lot of Sylvester Stallone, like Rocky. There's Rocky.
You can't. But that's so dumb because Rambo's almost as big.
Right. Yeah. But I think up until Rambo, he definitely got that. Like, I got earlier
Up
today,
until Rambo
Schwarzenegger.
that was like 85 was the first one.
Yeah.
That's a pretty brief window.
I know.
45 years ago.
The first Rocky movie was 76. So
No, Rambo, and first Rambo's like 83.
First Rambo was earlier.
82
than-
82, 83.
I got Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator, but I'm sorry, it's just too much of a body of work.
Yep.
But you might get a yo-yo screaming, "Hey, Terminator!" But you know it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're not going to forget Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I think when you
Arnold
see
is
Arnold,
so
you
much
say
bigger.
Arnold.
That's Arnold.
Yeah.
He was a governor.
That's the governor to you and me. And then obviously wrestlers deal with it all the time. That's different because they take the name for their life.
Yeah.
RC in Jersey, you're on ESPN New York.
Gentlemen,
What's up?
okay, I got three for you. First one, Steve Austin.
$6 million man.
The $6 million
That's
man.
Lee Majors to you.
$6 million
Lee
man.
Majors.
But
Yeah, that's
the character's Lee Majors?
No,
Sorry, the actor's Lee Majors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second
married
one
Farrah
is
Fawcett.
a guy that you would call by the movie name. The only guy you would ever think of that you would call him by the movie name.
What's that?
Scarface.
That's Al Pacino.
But it's Al Pacino, dude.
Al Pacino was in The Godfather, RC.
It's Michael Corleone.
All right, I saved the best for last.
I thought
All right,
about it though. I don't want to say you're not stupid.
No, I'm sure people do.
I thought I was like Scarface is, but then you got Michael Corleone. It's just too big.
Right. All right. What more?
All right, this is drop the mic. I'm gonna hang up after this.
I'm worried about your drop the mic.
All right.
Go ahead.
Mr. Rogers.
But RC, that's his name.
You know what? Drop
If
the
you
by the way, don't
yelled
drop
out
the mic.
Mr. Rogers,
Drop the
he turned
phone.
around because that's his name. Fred Rogers.
We're done.
Mr. Rogers.
Close
He thought
shop.
it was a drop the mic moment.
We can all go
But
home.
to
He
drop
dropped
the
it
phone.
on his head.
He dropped the mic on his head. By the
Everybody
way,
go home.
I love
Show's
our-
over.
No,
Show is over.
This always happens to us.
Fred Rogers.
That was a fantastic call. That was RC brought it. Everyone was worse than the next.
It's a great call.
He did Sylvester Stallone completely wrong. Or no, was that what his first one was?
No.
What was his first one?
No,
No.
Well, Scarface was his second
No,
one.
no.
No, the first one was
We disagree with
Terminator.
No.
No, what was the
Not
first
Arnold?
one? Because I know it was wrong. They were all wrong. All three. No, do you remember?
No, the $6 million man.
Lee Majors.
Lee Majors.
Oh,
Yeah.
how was that? It's before my time.
No, they would have yelled out $6 million man.
Because he was also in the other. What was the next show he did was the stuntman guy?
Man.
What was that?
The Fall Guy.
Fall Guy. Yeah. So no, he's a well-known actor.
Yeah, so no.
But still, not awful.
Not awful.
No,
it got progressively worse. And then it ends with Mr. Rogers.
Listen, I love
which he would have turned around and just stuck out his hands and said, glad to meet you.
That's
His
my name.
I
Mr.
love
Rogers.
how proud he was though of that call.
I thought I was going to say Mr. Bean again.
But in defense of RC, he probably just didn't know that was his real name.
So, by the way, I think Belvedere is a drop the mic. That's a huge show.
He's still with us.
I don't think
Belvedere.
So.
I mean, he was kind of older back then.
If he is with us, it's a miracle.
He
can't.
I
bet he's been gone for 20 years.
20, you say? What do you say, Don?
I would not be surprised if he died a year after the show was over. I have a feeling. I don't think he lived long.
Hey, by the way,
Did you
but
know
hold on. Here's the take. Here's the shocking. Hold on. Here's the shocking hot take, though.
Go ahead.
It was drive-by.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. It wasn't natural causes. He had beef. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
I think Belvedere was taken out.
First of all, can you say Mr. Belvedere's first name? If you know
the character's name?
The character's first name. This blows my mind. You won't come close.
No.
First of all, the actor's name is Christopher Hewitt.
Christopher Hewitt.
He is no longer with us.
And what year did he die?
August 3rd, 2001.
Right between. What did I say? I said 20 years.
You said 20.
Yeah, I win.
The show's off in 1990s.
So I win.
I bet you he still died young though.
79 years young.
But he was
a little on the young side, but
it was a Brit.
It was the Bob Uecker vehicle.
Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding me?
But very bizarre character name, Lynn.
I did know that.
How did you know
Lynn
that?
Belvedere. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, Aloysius Belvedere.
Lynn
Aloysius?
Aloysius, just like Patrick Ewing.
Lynn Aloysius Belvedere.
Well, there's Lynn Swan. It is can be a
well,
male
and by the
name.
way,
you're not. I mean, just you're creating a character and you're going.
But by the way,
let's go with Lynn.
Patrick's Jamaican.
Patrick Aloysius Ewing.
And Mr. Belvedere's British.
Yeah.
So there's the Aloysius.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So dead since 2001.
Yeah. All right. So that's not in 79. That's young-ish.
Yeah.
Michael's not taking it.
Wait. The show ended in what year?
90.
So he was
in his 60s.
Yeah. Okay.
Show went from 85 to 90.
So he was in his He was in his 60s, and all right, that makes sense.
And again, that was that time period where if you were 60, you might as well be dead.
What about Vicky?
Vicky,
the robot.
Oh God,
you don't remember that TV show?
It was what was it called?
Small Wonder.
Small Wonder.
Oh my, that wasn't an iconic show.
No,
but Vicky was a thing though.
No,
yeah, Vicky was a thing.
I was a kid.
Mr.
Definitely
Belvedere,
loved Vicky.
Small Wonder, Alf.
Alf was.
There was like a 3-year period when I was like, I would say sophomore year of high school till I graduated. I didn't watch any television
because it was so bad.
No, I was
not because it was bad. It's just that I was young. I just got my driver's license. I was
and meanwhile,
going out.
that's the era where I'm a child and it's all I'm doing.
That's a big deal because
it's huge.
Alf was
what huge to me.
You know what that was for you? Was what Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, Three's Company was for me.
Right.
It was like that was right in my wheelhouse where I'm watching all those shows.
DiPietro chimed in. No. Trying to help out.
Oh,
I thought it was going
to gave us two options. Ready? The first one, Al Bundy. People see him now. I know he's
not wrong,
but
he's not wrong.
He also was in another big show.
Modern Family.
No, he's been in a lot of big things.
But when you see him,
Dutch
you go Al
was
Bundy.
a good movie.
That's Al Bundy though.
And then the other one was Napoleon Dynamite.
That's a great call.
That
you know. By the way,
on vacation he's doing this.
Rick, I plain old hate your guts, but damn it if I don't respect you. That's a great pull. I can't remember Napoleon's real name right now.
Hader?
Yes.
No, it's not Hader.
It's not Hader.
Not Bill Hader.
It's definitely an H.
Something along those lines.
And I think I told you guys we watched it with the kids. Napoleon Dynamite you could watch with the kids. There's really nothing.
Yeah, John Hader.
John Hader. Yeah.
I said
I was
Hader.
thinking Bill Hader with a D.
No.
He was in that ice skating movie with Will Ferrell.
Yeah. He was.
Was there anything else?
That was the only. That's all I remember.
That's That's I'm sure he still gets that today. Napoleon.
Oh, I wonder. What
he was in Benchwarmers. That was kind of funny.
He was in Benchwarmers.
You know what?
Blades of
It's a
Glory. That
great-
was the name of the
Blades
movie.
of What a
Yeah,
Blades of Glory, great movie.
Very good
That's
movie.
great. It's going to be a little bit strong.
Oh, tremendous movie.
No,
It's not-
hilarious.
it's not-
hilarious.
oh,
I don't think anybody that hasn't seen it is allowed to come back into work tomorrow. Until
By
you
the way,
see it.
I've seen. We've all seen it. But what tier Farrell movie is that though?
It's the lower end.
It's 3.
He's got
tier 3.
Tier 3.
I mean, he's got 5 tiers. Be clear, there's some 4s and 5s in there
But
too.
I'll tell you what, Farrell's got some lines in that movie.
Oh, I mean, every movie Farrell. We Hold on, I'm sorry. It's middle summer,
You
right?
getting emotional?
We were watching the other day. It was. We were about to watch a movie before we started the movie. We watched Obsession, by the way. Anthony.
Was it good?
We fantastic.
I have to see it.
It's we paid the $19.99. We rented it.
Yeah.
It's worth it. Do it tonight or don't come to work tomorrow.
Oh no.
Don, we just for whatever reason I just went on YouTube to kill time while me and my friends and Natalie were hanging out, and we just ended up on Eastbound and Down outtakes.
Oh my God.
Have you watched the outtakes before?
I have. Yes.
Do you remember when Will Ferrell is Ashley Schaefer, basically Ric Flair? He just looks like Ric Flair.
Yes.
And he goes, "I was making love with my wife, and my youngest son Gabriel walked in the room. She said, 'Stop.' I said, 'No. Let him watch. Let him learn the way I learn.'" And they just can't keep it together. Craig Robinson, Danny McBride, they're all staring. And he just keeps crushing them every single take. Oh, he's so good. But I haven't watched his new show at all. I have not watched one moment of the new golf show with Will Ferrell.
No.
Have you?
No. And you know how I like everything about golf except
You
the
love
golf.
I know. But yet I haven't watched it at all.
Mendy, I had this as an honorable mention. I didn't bring it up. Was Radar from MASH, Gary Berghoff.
That's a good one.
He was in the movie, and then he ended up playing
one of the few that did both, right?
And he also was in what is considered the shortest run of a sitcom in the history of television. They spun off they had a couple of spin-offs
off MASH
after MASH, and then they had one called Walter after he
went
left
home.
And he went home. They had a show. He goes back home, and then he gets to start Life Star.
Tries to assimilate.
The pilot episode aired on the East Coast. Something happened that day. So by the time it was supposed to air on the West Coast, whatever breaking news, they never aired it on the West Coast because they broke into the news, and they canceled it after the pilot, and then that was it.
Because it was that
so,
bad.
So it didn't even make it through its first day.
Jeez.
But that is a great one. Mendy, terrific job. And a lot of people saying Rowan Atkinson. Somebody else just chimed in with the Napoleon Dynamite.
Right, okay.
Good stuff. Good stuff. That was a lot of fun.
It may, we'll see. We'll try to get back to sports. I'm looking at the phone right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of people chiming in about this.
Here's what you have. You have 5 calls about the list, and then you have the Mets gave Soto too much. Do you understand why it's hard to take the Soto call?
To be fair, he called when we were talking about it.
I understand. It's not his fault. I get it. No,
All right.
we'll talk to him. We'll talk to him before 6 o'clock.
But while we're doing that, you're supposed to tell us on what you're going to be betting on when soccer comes back.
Soccer. I'm going to tell you about that right now.
Yeah, that's
the
the
soccer
plan.
will be back tomorrow. By the way, Don. We're already there. It sucks. The U.S. loses, and then all of a sudden you blink and it's over. But guess what? It's not over because on the biggest stage, FanDuel is changing the game. Sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Well, not anymore. With FanDuel's Super Sub, if your player subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitutes. You're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. 21 plus and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Somebody we all know had to apologize.
Mr.
today.
Bean.
We'll talk about that next. Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
This is the Michael K. Show.
You might all disagree with me on this. 7th game of the World Series. Yankees have to win to be champions. Every single one of their starting pitching is available. I could choose between Garrett Cole, a former Cy Young Award winner. I could choose between Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, Will Warren, Ryan Weathers, or Cam Schlittler. There's one guy on the staff that's dominant and great, and that's Schlittler.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Presented by the Parisman Firm.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils bring intensity on the ice, Viking Pest Control brings the same level of protection to your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. The season may be over, but pests are always in play. So it's time to lock in your off-season defense. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the Devils, Viking delivers 45 years of trusted experience to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, mosquitoes, and more out of your zone. And when you bundle pest control mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com, protecting your home inside and out.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
There are a million reasons to love New York. Making your budget stretch isn't one of them. According to an independent study, Amazon prices average 14% lower than other retailers. Get food, fashion, furniture, and more shipped straight to your building. That's how Prime members have saved over $2 billion on grocery and household items. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
Tickets are on sale now at fanaticsfest.com as Fanatics Fest NYC returns to the Javits Center on Thursday, July 16th through the 19th. The world's #1 sports fan festival puts you where sports, collecting, culture, and entertainment collide. See stars like Tom Brady, Aaron Judge, Jalen Brunson, and hundreds more, including live panels and podcasts, exclusive merch, and Fanatics games with $2 million in prizes. Go to fanaticsfest.com to get your tickets today.
Now it's time for traffic with Susie Cerrone.
Thanks, guys. Good news in Midtown Manhattan. 42nd Street reopened east and westbound between 2nd and 3rd. Stall on the Cross Bronx westbound at the Deegan. Now just the far right lane is out. Right lane accident still on the Deegan southbound near the Bruckner. Cross Bronx to the George 40 to 45. Outbound Lincoln or Holland 30 minutes apiece. And a stall on 208 southbound at Maple Avenue and Glen Rocks blocking a lane. We're sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? PCA can help. They're a national nonprofit developing better people and better athletes through youth and high school sports. Info at positivecoach.org. I'm Susie Cerrone for 880 ESPN New York.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. Get a free oil filter and more during the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone, now through July 27th. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
So driving in today, listening to Michael, and I guess Michael said back on Monday that he was told by two different people that Volpe didn't want to play second base. He only wanted to play shortstop, and that's why he's only played shortstop. Joel Sherman has also reported that too. Well, today Michael opened his show basically apologizing for getting that wrong. Here's Michael.
I want to take this time to clear up something that I said on yesterday's show that kind of exploded, and I want to start off by apologizing because people sometimes do get things wrong. I said, and it was kind of, in the middle of a long soliloquy about Anthony Volpe, that I heard from a couple of people and that there were rumors out there that he was asked to play second base in the minors and didn't want to. Well, the two people that told me were people that I respect and usually give me good information, and I didn't think it was that big of a deal to say. In retrospect, it is a big deal, especially, the way Anthony has had people coming down on his head about the way he's played and why is he still, the shortstop for the Yankees, whatever the case may be. That was dumb on my part, not realizing the enormity of anything you say about Anthony Volpe and how it's going to be received. Well, I got a phone call today from somebody in the know, and no, it wasn't Brian Cashman. For all the people on social media that are jumping me, it was not Brian Cashman. And the guy said to me, that stuff that you said about Volpe, it's just not true. You should check with a couple more people. Now, because of the couple of people that told me that I respect, I didn't check with more people. And obviously, in retrospect, I should have. And then I made a couple of phone calls, and I was told that never happened. So my apologies go out to Anthony Volpe for any, angst that I might have caused him by a story that kind of exploded early in the morning. And then I sent out a tweet later on, said that, after checking out, it was not, in fact, the case that he was not asked to play second. Now, Joel Sherman of the New York Post, I guess the day before, had written something similar. He has not retracted what he said. I'm just saying that after checking further, and the people that I spoke to today, they said, you know what? That didn't happen. We tell you if it did, that didn't happen. So, because it was people I respect, and the people that told me yesterday were people I respect too. But when you dig deeper and you find the specific people that you should be asking, and then it comes out that wasn't the case, well, then I'll say that I was wrong.
Hey, you trust sources, right? I mean, he said he talked to multiple people, and I've known Michael for 25 years. He's not talking to just anybody. He's talking to somebody that he's trusted. It has given him information before, and it's gotten it right. So, goodbye, Michael. But I also don't, fault Michael because he's got good connections, and if his connections have been trusted before, and it's multiple connections,
but
then,
it also
then
to
you
me,
go with it.
I'll go with this. I always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. So there's a reason to think that maybe it's not entirely accurate, but maybe there is something to it, right? Because why hasn't he played somewhere else?
Right.
Why haven't they tried him in different areas? And if I'm not mistaken, I thought in spring training, am I wrong? Because I know he was hurt. But who was playing second? Or third? Somebody was playing third. Or was he down in the minors playing third?
No, he didn't. He only played short with the Patriots.
It was. I know Lombard was playing third.
Lombard was
I
playing
thought there was. All right. So again, there was a lot going on in the spring. But for me, there's always that where there's smoke, there's fire. And it is kind of curious that it's never even come up as an option when Caballero, as we've seen, when he starts at short, the Yankees are a better team. And if we're looking at numbers, why do some numbers matter and some numbers don't? If those numbers matter, then why wouldn't you start to say, listen, we probably got to move him to second base or something?
Well, they obviously think he can't play it.
Well, then clearly they can't,
right.
And then you don't want to say that publicly.
You don't want to say that publicly.
So here's what happens is, we wanted to move him there, but he can't. Right? Like he can't do it.
Yeah.
And so you don't want to kill that's why there's something more to this than just
I remember
that's not true. He'll play anywhere. Right. He's willing to or he can't.
Well, I went to a couple of Patriot games early in the season, and I remember asking Michael, why is he playing short? There's an opportunity for him to play another position because Caballero's doing a good job.
Probably not strong enough for third.
But or second. I'm not saying the Patriot games don't matter; those guys want to win games. But ultimately, it's a Double-A affiliate of the Yankees. You're going to do whatever you're told.
Right.
If I want him at second base, he's going to be second. If I want him to pitch, he's going to pitch.
Right.
That's just the way it works.
Right.
So Michael said he's going to talk to Volpe. Volpe was apparently caught off guard by all this, as Chris Kirshner from The Athletic reported. that Volpe said, quote, "When I was getting optioned, I told Boone I'd play catcher. I would do literally whatever the team needed, and that's the truth." Volpe said he was caught off guard by the story that he refused to play second base. Now, this also could be a semantics thing, where maybe he was never asked, but the intent was he doesn't want to do it. He's never said that. We've never asked him, but we just know that he wouldn't be good at it or it just wouldn't work. So they could say with a straight face, "Hey, we never asked him." There was probably never a conversation. Why would Volpe ever go to the Yankees and say, "I don't want to play another position," and then go play for the Patriots or Scranton or get traded away?
Who's to say he was asked this year? Who's to say he wasn't asked in the past?
He might have asked his agent.
And
like
one
there's always
time,
semantics,
yes, exactly.
right?
And one time was like he kind of said, "No, I'm a shortstop," and then from that point, it's like, well, he refused to play anywhere else. That could have been from 2 years ago, 3 years ago. We don't know, but doesn't change the most important part of the conversation involving him is that the clock's ticking. You are reaching that point now where the understanding is that his future here is not for long.
But
that's what's most important. All this other stuff becomes in the ether because in the end, it's no longer to me the runway you need to give a young player to prove himself because I think that runway was given to him. I even said last year he deserves it. You got to give him more time. I know Cashman wanted to as well. Then Cashman's tune changed last year at the end of the year and going into this year where he first was saying, nope, that's his spot. Mm-hmm. And then it became, well, somebody else beats him out for it. So that's the reality. The reality is here's a young player that they thought they might have hit on, that they brought up early, and they have not hit on. And it's clear that they need a break. It's clear Volpe needs a fresh start somewhere else. And I imagine on the horizon, we're going to see it happen.
And just that you organizations want to hold on to their guys. They drafted him, came up through their system. And remember, when they brought him up, guys, there was a lot of options free agent-wise at shortstop that they could have pivoted to. That's and right. They didn't because they didn't want to landlock Volpe.
Right.
So now as you survey it, it's not just he isn't worked out. Who could we have had that we passed on because we wanted this to work? So I understand them wanting to make it work.
Who was it? Was it Trey Turner? Who was it?
No, it was.
Who am I thinking of? He went to Texas.
Yeah.
Yes. It was Senger.
Yeah, right. Senger. I don't know if they would have ever.
I thought he said it in your ear too.
Yeah, I know he did not. He would have been nice, but I should have remembered anyway.
Yeah.
No, Senger was one. I don't know if they would have ever gone the route. Who was the Rocky that ended up on the Red Sox? He wouldn't have worked out anyway. Yeah, Story was available. I don't know if they would have gone there anyway.
Story loves Jeter,
but there was a few guys that they could have pivoted to. They didn't, and I remember when on the K show, Michael would always say they don't want to landlock Volpe. They don't want to landlock Volpe because Volpe was going to be the next.
You know what you don't want to do now? You don't want to landlock George Lombard.
Well, that's why.
I kid. The way they talk about him defensively, already ready already.
Yeah, and
the problem is the bat. You don't want him to turn into Volpe, where he's not ready offensively, and then eventually that offensive struggle that'll going to happen to a young player affects his defense. But it seems like Lombard's a little bit more tough-minded, and a little more swag to him and confidence. What did I tell you about those guys? You're bottom of the order guys. You can't have soft-minded guys. You've got to have gritty guys at the bottom of your order because they're the ones that are going to go through slumps, but you can't have that affect their defense. And with Volpe, what do we see? When his offense isn't going, his defense goes to crap, and it can't happen.
But there is nobody, including Volpe's camp, that if they gave up on him, they could complain he didn't give a fair shake. He got a shake.
No, he's got
he got a
shot.
Right now. Didn't work out, and I think at some point you've got to cut bait.
His family's from Jersey.
It's a great story,
but they're very sensitive. They pay attention because they're all Yankee fans, so they hear it all. They know it all. That's going on.
It's not about it being a good kid.
It's not the smartest thing to do, but this is what they're doing. But they've got to know that he was given plenty of time. It's not working out. He's going to get a chance somewhere else because he's too young to give up on. But it's not going to be here, and at some point. So all this stuff about whether he wanted to do this or wanted that, never mind. It's not working out, and it's going to end up being somewhere else soon. And where do they go from here is the most curious thing because it still opens up a spot on the roster and opens up a spot in your infield. All right, Caballero's going to play short. Is Jazz really your long-term solution at second base?
No.
Right? Is McMahon your guy at third long-term?
He is very good defensively and can hit some home runs. So he kind of fits what they like.
But is he really what you're doing? So
not.
if Lombard is your future at short now because if Volpe moves on, or is Caballero going to be your shortstop and you keep developing Lombard as your third baseman?
Man.
It's a lot to think about.
It's a lot, but at some point, again, great kid, great story, but you can't have holes like this. You just can't. And there isn't anybody that's going to say, "Boy, I wish they gave him a chance." They gave him more than
plenty
a
of chance
for sure. 1-800-919-3776. Dwayne is in Virginia. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Dwayne?
Hey guys, thanks for taking my call. Great show.
Thank you.
I think I got the mic drop for you though.
Okay.
How about McLovin?
Not bad.
It's not bad. It's not a mic drop. It's not bad.
It's really good.
It's the
but
only
if you
thing
see
I
him,
can
you
think
say
of.
McLovin.
It's really good.
It's really good.
I have no idea what his name is.
Can't even,
Not even close.
Me either.
And that movie is
Superbad we're talking about.
Superbad is
Iconic movie.
It became an iconic.
That's an iconic movie.
And
like,
just
think
the
about
whole.
think about if you're younger than us too. Like this is three guys ranging from 46 to late 50s. Think about if you're 20 to 35, 40, or 15 to 40. That movie's like your Animal House.
That's your Animal House.
It's all, and it's McLovin, dude.
Yes.
Like the ID just says McLovin.
Yeah.
Like that's a great. It's close to mic drop, dude.
It's
right there.
You know what's so amazing?
You might have to redo
about that. Well, listen, we had
the post went up. We might have to do something.
It's not even the character's name.
Nope.
It's just what's on the ID.
You know what? That's true.
Oh, that's a great game.
McLovin.
What is McLovin's real name?
What's his character name?
That's what I mean. What's the character's name?
The character's name, because I looked it up, is Fogel.
Oh,
and when
Fogel.
you hear Fogel,
Yeah, I
you
remember.
know it.
Yes, that's right. Fogel.
So it's Christopher Mintz. Is it Place? Plasse?
Sure. I'll go with
Or
that.
Plass.
Plass?
That's my guess. Christopher Plass. You said Christopher Mintz Plass?
Yeah, Mintz / Plass. He's, is he from Canada? I'm trying to see where he's from. I don't know. But anyway, that's what's so. No, he's born in L.A. So
that's a doozy.
But that's so
Very
great.
well done.
He's known as McLovin, and that when you go to IMDb, that's not the character's
Not his
name.
It's great.
It is such a funny movie.
It's their dialogue throughout the entire thing is it's on fire. It's an incredible
It
movie.
feels like an ad-libbed movie.
What's going on with Jonah Hill? He's now like a stick figure now.
Yeah,
Well,
he got it together.
He was tired of being like the chubby guy from that movie and the chubby guy from this movie. Like he's just tired of being that guy.
Yeah, I mean, he went through a lot of stuff. He did that show. I don't know if you ever watched it. He did that like doc about being in therapy, like him and his therapist.
No.
He did like a real documentary about his therapy. He had a lot of stuff.
He was
going
great
on.
in Moneyball.
He lost his brother tragically. His brother was a really big music industry manager, and he lost his brother tragically. And I think even prior to that, he was just I think he just struggled with a lot of stuff. I think celebrity was weird for him. He didn't come off as a nice guy. He came off as like a very difficult
The big problem
guy.
with I think it was his dad an agent. Like he one time talked about how he was always around celebrities, where he just never felt comfortable around like normal people because he was always around celebrities between I guess his brother and his dad, whatever his dad, and people took that like, oh, well, you're above us now, and so he struggled a lot. Moneyball, he was very good.
Very good.
And then This Is the End is one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
I just love the concept
Wolf of Wall Street.
of
So
the role
good.
playing
And
each
Wolf
other.
of
He's
Wall
so
Street,
good at
very
Wolf of
good
Wall
in
The
that.
Jump Street movies are hilarious if you guys haven't seen those.
He's so good in Wolf of Wall Street. I don't know Jonah Hill at all, but he's a really big hip hop fan.
Okay.
Which is kind of well documented. And at some point several years ago, I looked and noticed he followed me on Instagram.
Oh.
And he didn't follow. This wasn't who's your Twitter? Who's the Twitter person?
Mike Madonna.
Or Tay Diggs. He doesn't
Tay
follow.
Diggs.
He doesn't follow 200,000 people.
Right. Tay Diggs, and who's the other one that
There's
was
another
in,
one that we referenced.
There's somebody that
Girl
follows
Blonde.
everybody.
Ice-T.
No, there's somebody that follows everybody.
Cena follows 500,000 people.
Who's the one that was in the Witch show?
The Witch Show.
I know
Something
who you're
the
talking
Teenage
about.
Witch.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
She
yeah.
follows everyone.
She follows like 300 million people.
By the way, did you just stumble on one?
Yeah.
But I
Sabrina the
can't-
Teenage Witch. You can't remember her name.
No, that's a good one.
That's pretty good.
So
But anyways,
really, five is just not enough.
But anyways, I noticed that he followed me and he didn't follow many people. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And by the time I thought, let me reach out to him off Instagram.
Melissa Joan Hart.
He
Follows
killed his Instagram
everybody.
account. Gone.
Yeah, he's like, look what I'm following.
Look,
What am I doing?
my life is completely falling apart.
Happened?
But then, oddly, he did that movie on Netflix a few years ago that was like hip-hop adjacent, and there was a character who was like a white guy DJ, and many people reached out to me and thought the character was based on me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then when I saw the movie, I was deeply offended by the character. I was like, that's what you think my brand is? It was hurtful.
We got to get him on.
Jonah Hill?
There might be something to this.
You know what? Let's work on it.
Let's get all the people we've brought up on that are still with us and just get their thoughts.
You
want
to
to
get Fogel on?
Yeah.
That'd be great. McLovin?
Last call crew, 1-800-919-3776, and then ENN, and then Mets Baseball on ESPN New York.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Speaking of questions. Buster, Volpe hasn't kind of blossomed into what they expected. Thank God for Paul Goldschmidt, but now, at third base.
And he actually cannot end it with just a defined question.
Here's the thing for me. Drove me crazy last year with the Yankees. I'm a Mets fan. But do you think they do both, or do they prioritize the pitching over maybe some help at third base?
Maybe we taste real true torture.
That'll teach them.
Yeah.
If you do that and it truly takes the next step in terms of being a mental block, you end up with something like this.
What happened? I don't know what happened. But why Bregman not back?
Morning Start with DiPietro and Rothenberg. Weekdays from 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. And I know how a serious accident can change your life just like that.
I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and I understand that with pain comes medical bills and time out of work. Let us get you justice.
This is John Ryan, the closer. For over 35 years, our family has been getting accident victims every dollar they deserve.
I started this firm for the injured so they can bite back against the insurance companies.
Our legacy is to get you justice. Bite back.
To get you paid, bite back.
At D'Agostino & Associates, bite back means fight back. When you're hurt and they blame you, we bite back and get you every dollar you deserve. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey, so call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. 1-800-248-3222. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
The 2026 U.S. Open Tennis Championships are back, where the world's greatest city meets the world's greatest tennis players. Fan Week begins August 23rd. Experience the Mixed Doubles Championship on the 25th and 26th. And the U.S. Open Singles Championship starts Sunday, August 30th. All tickets on sale now at usopen.org. The U.S. Open. Spectacular awaits.
Miller time. People think it just happens, but that's not true. You know what you gotta do? You gotta go say hello with some beers. Make the plans. Forget the couch. Go to that thing. Play the game. See him in person. Talk to that stranger. Live a little. Small acts of rebellion that bring us together. Because legendary moments start with a light. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2026 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge, or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Now you're thinking, maybe I should get a quote. Well, smart thinking. Everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate. Like you. You take prescription meds, and you're overweight. Winner, winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you, with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So, yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you gotta call Big Lou, because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds, too. Get a quote right now at 800-568-2790, 800-568-2790, or biglou.com.
This is Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York.
I'm one of the dopes that's sitting here 10 days ago saying, it's the American League. This league stinks. And it does. It does stink. And they very well may be in a position to win it anyway. It doesn't make me feel good about going forward.
But if you're losing, what does that say about you? If the American League stinks, you're getting your ass kicked in, and what does that say about you right now?
Bart Scott, Chris Carlin. Weekdays at 10 a.m. on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
All right, before we get back to the calls, Peter wants to tell you where you can bet the Mets and Yankees tonight if you're interested, because there's no soccer.
No, I would, you can do that, but I'm going to talk to you about where you can bet the soccer, Don, because that's tomorrow to you and me.
All right.
It's the biggest stage in the world, and FanDuel's changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and the bet goes, but not anymore. All right? So what are we down to? We're at the quarters now, Don. That's the quarters to you and me. And so you still got games to bet. And right now, if your player gets subbed out, like let's say you're a Messi guy, Argentina makes a big comeback, you're in business, booyah, kasha. Well, now Messi subs out, probably won't happen, but if it did happen, the bet goes with the substitutes. You're in the game till the final whistle. All you got to do is go to FanDuel.com/local to get started now. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. 21 plus, physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
All right, last call, crew. Let's get him in before he in at 6. Brian in Millburn, you're on ESPN New York. What's up, Brian?
How you doing? I wanted to say, I have one for y'all. I never heard anybody mention Colombo, Peter Falk.
I thought about that
very
one.
Good, Brian.
That's not bad. I mean, listen, he's been in things, but he's really, if people saw him and he's no longer with us, people would definitely shout out Colombo. But I think people know Peter Falk, but I think it's a good one, Brian.
That's a great call, Brian. I'm sorry. Most people know Colombo, not Peter Falk.
Yeah. Another guy from Maine. Yeah.
That's all I know him from.
What about Matlock?
You know what? I got to tell you, he's killing it, though. That's pretty good. Hold on, Matlock. But hang up on him. It's too much noise, and I can't take it. But thank you, Brian. Matlock.
Yeah, because but Mayberry RFB, like he was established before he became
from
Matlock.
What though?
From
a lot of things.
Yeah, well, the Mayberry.
He was in Andy Griffith.
Andy Griffith. Yeah, that's what he's known for. That's the better one than Matlock.
By the way, but it's funny. But I think of him as Matlock from a name of the character standpoint. Even though, he's the dad from.
I guess it depends on. Like I said, if you're older than me, you're going to think of.
He's the father, correct?
Yeah. With little Ron Howard.
Little Ron Howard.
Yeah. Mayberry.
But Matlock was a thing.
It was.
Buck Showalter's favorite show.
That's perfect.
Not Matlock. The other one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Andy Griffith?
Yeah.
Is there a joke that I'm not missing?
No, he was in studio.
Uh-huh.
And we were asking him what his favorite, and he said that was his favorite show.
That's very telling.
And I'm like, then he asked me what my favorite show was, and I said Seinfeld. He looked at me like I was trolling because he was in Seinfeld. Remember?
Yep.
He made that cameo in Seinfeld.
Yeah, but why would he be trolling? It's one of the biggest shows of all time.
Yeah, but if Andy Griffith is your favorite show, you're not watching TV. You're not running with Seinfeld.
By the way, isn't that perfect? You were able to be in Seinfeld. But like your TV interest is Andy Griffith, so it was just a thing that
meant nothing to you. Like,
all that happened was the Yankees said, "Hey, Yankees PR said we have a thing you have to do today."
For him, it might have just been a charity event.
Right?
Just sit here. We're playing the Angels tonight, so just swing by and just do this for 5 minutes.
Cool, thanks, no problem.
So you have Garrett Cole tonight. I'm curious if you guys wonder, like this is an important series with the Rays, right?
Yeah, it's.
All right, and now you're 1-1. You got 2 left,
and you
got
do
Garrett
not
Cole
have a
tonight.
starter tomorrow.
Tomorrow
they might go with an opener.
They are going with an opener.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. They just announced it a little while ago. They're going with.
How do we feel about this?
That you better win tonight, right?
You think that you really wanted to get 3 out of 4? You didn't want to just take. You didn't want to split.
The excuse is going to be.
Oh, come on, Don. Aaron Judge said it himself.
Don't yell at
how
me.
important it is. Every game matters. Those were his words, not mine. Every game matters.
But you know you're going to hear.
And they lost the division last year around this time as well. And you're going to punt a game?
Well, they can because Rodon's not ready yet. So that's what they're going to say is we had to go in and open it. Rodon's not ready yet. Cole is just trying to get back from Tommy John. He's still trying to find it. We got guys going through it right now, but it's a sickness. We're going to be okay. You think you're going to hear panic tomorrow from Aaron Boone if they lose tonight?
I mean,
I don't make excuses.
Anthony
they
brings
make
up a great point.
They'll just call up the kid again. You want him again?
Elmer Rodriguez?
Well, that was the only other option.
He gets absolutely every time he throws the ball, it just goes the other way, a long way.
Is that not what you want?
No, you don't want that.
Well, if it goes foul, it's all right.
Yeah, but
you're also putting a lot of pressure on Cole to give you a couple innings tonight. If you're doing a bullpen game.
Well, that's it. You don't go chasing
100%.
Cole after 5 1/3. That's going to be a bit of a
A
problem.
lot of Yarborough tomorrow. Everybody get ready.
Steve in Staten Island, you're on ESPN New York. What's up, Steve?
Hey guys, I was just calling about the list you guys had. I'm surprised you, Don, especially you, because it's a little bit older. Gilligan from Gilligan's Island.
I don't hate it.
No, I don't hate that either. That's very good. What was his name again?
I mean, do you guys know his real name, the actor?
Wait.
I had to Google it.
Come on.
I'll know it when I hear. I'll know it when I hear.
I'll know when I. Oh boy, it's such a great.
Give me his first name.
I hung up. I disconnect. Oh,
it's going to bother me.
I know.
It's going to bother me. Come on.
But it's Gilligan's Island, right?
No, he's Gilligan. He didn't do anything else.
No, he was in a show when I only know the show because it was on Nick at Night.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
The many of Dobie Gillis.
Yes,
the many loves of Dobie Gillis. He was there, and he was like a beatnik, Peter. He had like a little goatee.
He had a little goatee.
I do not
Bob
remember
Denver.
He had a Pusick.
Well, by the way, hell of a job, Eddie.
Come on.
Because I always saw it and went, Bob Denver, like John Denver. Good for you.
No relation.
No relation.
That's baseball next.
When care matters most, experience matters more. The Allure Group is redefining rehabilitation and long-term care across New York with 6 convenient locations. Their expert clinicians create personalized care plans to help you recover, rebuild, and get back to what matters most. From short-term rehab to long-term care, Allure is committed to comfort, dignity, and results. To learn more, visit allurecare.com. The Allure Group, where care meets compassion.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This July, join us for the Great American Giveaway and your chance to win your share of $175,000. Earn entries daily all month long. Then be here on July 31st from 3 till 6 p.m. when 2 lucky winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $20,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., one grand prize winner will take home $75,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
From your neighborhood stop to the city and back, New Jersey Transit keeps your day moving. Reliable, convenient, and ready when you are. We're on this ride together. So keep aisles clear, use headphones, and be mindful of fellow riders. Small actions make a big difference, especially during travel times. New Jersey Transit. Ride together, ride better. Plan your trip at njtransit.com.
Right now, police are stepping up patrols to make sure drivers and pedestrians obey our crosswalk laws. Why? Because every year in New York, people are injured or killed just crossing the street. So remember, pedestrians, obey traffic signals and use crosswalks. And drivers, yield to pedestrians in crosswalks. If you don't, we will educate you on the law. And you may get a ticket, because tickets get attention, and that saves lives. A message from the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Now it's time for traffic and Susie Cerrone.
Thanks, guys. Here's the latest in Midtown. 42nd reopened between 2nd and 3rd. We've got 43rd Street westbound shut down again from 2nd to 3rd. Crash on the Deegan southbound at the Bruckner. You're backed up from Van Cortlandt Park. Stall still Cross Bronx westbound at the Deegan. That is taking out the right lane. Inbound George, a solid 50 for the upper, 40 at the lower. You'll definitely save time at the inbound Lincoln or Holland. And Thursday, tomorrow, we will have alternate side outside and meters in effect. Another quick reminder, don't forget, from all the storms we've had, the Palisades northbound is shut down from exit 19 to the Bear Mountain Circle. The Palisades southbound is open. I'm Susie Cerrone for 880 ESPN New York.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is the Michael K. Show.
You might all disagree with me on this. 7th game of the World Series. Yankees have to win to be champions. Every single one of their starting pitching is available. I could choose between Garrett Cole, a former Cy Young Award winner. I could choose between Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, Will Warren, Ryan Weathers, or Cam Schlittler. There's one guy on the staff that's dominant and great, and that's Schlittler.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Presented by the Parisman Firm. Congratulations to the New York Knicks. They are the 2026 NBA champions. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is an ENN special report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Well, no. We're still here, Don. Don, yet again, tried to end the show before it was over.
I said Mets baseball is now next.
Mets baseball is next. It's 6:30. You know EN ends at 6. What, do you got to spoon feed these people?
Yeah, it's next point. After next, though. It's not next. It's coming up.
That usually means after the commercial break.
Yeah, on the other side.
Welcome to ENN. It's brought to you by our friends at Fanatics Fest. It's all going down July 16th to the 19th. You already know that. There are minimal tickets available. So head over to fanaticsfest.com and get yours now. I'd like to start off by saying good evening to everybody.
Why? This is the way they programmed it.
They programmed it.
Who's this they?
Who is they?
The company.
And to Don and Alan.
You'd slide it in there, bing, 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 30 seconds, bang, out comes Ice Pop.
Daddy, I want it, and I want it now.
What were we talking about? 1-800-919-37.
Why did I do that?
And why did he do that, though? Your stuff is weird, but it makes sense given the topic.
Yeah.
Alan improvising.
I went Willy Wonka.
You'd slide it in there, bing, 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 30 seconds, bang, out comes Ice Pop.
Daddy, I want it, and I want it now. That's Baruch Assault.
I think we'll need that just on its own.
But it's
two separate. That's two separate drums.
That's unfortunate.
Good evening, Don.
I'm in love with my sadness. Baruch Assault, but not from that movie. It was from Baruch Assault does the Upper West Side.
Why?
I think it was like a quote from a porn movie.
Does the Upper
not
West
from Willy
Side.
Wonka.
She's demanding whatever the chocolate was.
I understand, but I'm saying maybe she moved on to something else you watched.
To porn.
Yeah.
Don,
you guys will make everything disgusting.
Good evening, Don.
I waited for the fire where every character burned to death.
Good evening, Alan.
Hey, just get up there and start hacking. I've had a day.
Good evening, Alan.
Ricky Booby.
Good evening, myself. I hate him. I want to punch him right in his stupid face. That was about Mr. B. But you don't know.
You're not a
I
fan?
hate him. I want to punch him right in his stupid face.
In small doses.
I have no interest. Don, I'm rooting for the scene to burn, like you said. Good evening to myself. I was making love with my wife, and my youngest son, Gabriel, walked in the room. She said, "Stop." I said, "No. Let him watch. Let him learn the way I learn." I stole the whole thing, but now it works. It almost sounds like a Keeking drop.
It does.
That's the craziest thing. It becomes a completely different Keeking kind of situation.
Oh, no.
I was making love with my wife. My youngest son, Gabriel, walked in the room. She said, "Stop." I said, "No. Let him watch. Let him learn the way I learn." Very Keeking.
We should get I think you nailed it. I think we should get the actual
clip.
Yeah, right?
We should, if we could find it, I'd love
like
to
the
hear
Baja Fresh, right? There's us
let you
doing
hear
it.
it, and
Yeah. I think, from what I remember, I think he did very well.
It's so funny, though. I've never heard the official word on it, but that Ashley Schaefer character had to be based on Ric Flair.
It had to be.
Had to be.
The hair alone.
And doesn't Eastbound and Down take place in North Carolina?
By the way,
I thought it was Florida, but it could be.
Not to interrupt this. No hitter watch going on.
Well, who cares?
Come on now.
Who is
Dylan Cease?
Ah.
There is. This is bottom of the ninth.
This is actually something that's good.
He's got one out already. He's got 2 strikes, so he's looking for the second out. Come on, he's got 115 pitches. You hate baseball so much. It's a no-hitter. And it's not a combined, Fakakta no-hitter. It's like a real one.
I know.
Get it? Hey,
they
find it, Anthony, before he gives up a hit.
They killed no-hitters dead.
They did kill him dead. It's 10-0 too, so there's no real. The only drama is, can the Blue Jays get?
It's the 43-49 Blue Jays against the 38-53 Giants in a 10-0 game.
Baseball
it's like you dream
be,
about.
Baby.
Good evening to the caller.
This is Drop the Mic. I'm going to hang up after this.
I'm worried about your Drop the Mic.
Right.
Mr. Rogers.
But RC, that's his name.
The way you said that.
We had a program today.
But that's his name.
D'Agostino.
Okamoto flew out, so now there's 2 outs.
Oh, you're ahead of him. Peter's going to wear this one out.
If Drop Madness existed, I don't know what we'd do with it, but it'd be very fun.
We can't get this game on? He's an out away from history.
What do you think it's on?
What do you
I'm
think
sure
it's
the
on?
MLB
It's
network
on
went
ESPN.
to
We don't have the MLB network.
It's on ESPN Unlimited. We don't have the ESPN
We're a
Unlimited.
sports station.
Remember back in the day when ESPN would break in to their program?
Yeah.
Those
for Sports Center?
For a no-no?
We can't
these
break
days?
into Sports Center?
When was the last no-hitter, guys?
When
was the last pure no-hitter?
A pure no-hitter? I don't think we had a pure one this year. When was the last Blue Jays no-hitter? How about that?
Dave Steeb. Dave Steeb.
Let's see if you're right.
Skinner.
The last non-combined no-hitter was Blake Snell.
Wow. When?
In 2024.
Oh, 2 years.
Don LaGreca.
Yes.
The last and only no-hitter in Toronto Blue Jays history was thrown by Dave Steeb.
Ah, yeah.
Wow.
September 2nd, 1990.
Wow.
This guy over here.
Look at you.
This guy.
Can you imagine?
Although we're at a 3-2 pitch here.
Yeah. Can you imagine the history books?
We need the IPTV, the old IPTVs, boys.
Wait a minute.
What's happening?
I don't
know. My thing is.
This is how Don watches baseball.
We're still in the top of the ninth.
inning, so there's still time,
There's
Anthony.
still time, damn it.
Time
Find
for what?
it.
Find it where?
You're
Where
the
would
producer
you like me to
of a
find
New York
it?
sports show.
Yeah.
All right.
Find it.
I don't pay for the cable.
There's got to be
Find
some
it.
jailbreak we could do over here. Come on.
There's
There's got
gotta
to
be
be something.
Come on.
Isn't there some
We
kind
don't
of
have
a
the MLB
.com?
network?
No.
Can we break in?
It's on ESPN Unlimited. We don't have that?
Well, technically you all do.
What?
We're ESPN.
Come on. We don't have
Come
it
on what?
on the
Don't.
Come on, Eileen.
We don't have. We're at
It's not our
ESPN.
market.
Correct.
We're getting an ESPN feed.
Correct.
We can't get the ESPN Unlimited feed.
No. Not without being signed in.
Well, sign in.
We got time. There's one out.
Wait, hold on.
There's two outs.
2 outs.
No.
It's the top
Blue
of the
Jays
ninth.
are hitting.
Wait, but then
Don was doing play-by-play for the wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, we were doing for the wrong teams. We have a whole half inning to watch.
Wait, he's got time.
I don't
even see an ounce of panic.
No, because it's not happening.
Yeah, how's he going to do
Why
it?
is he tapping out?
But how's he going to do it?
Tapping out of what?
You call Bristol.
Call Bristol. We don't work in an ESPN facility. How are you going to get this game on the air?
Can I just airplay it on him?
Do what you want.
I'm going to airplay.
You have it?
course I have it.
See, Alan, while doing a show, figured something out.
Yeah, but he has.
I'm going to airplay this.
He won't. What's your prediction on whether this works out?
Oh, it's not going to work, but at least he's efforting.
What do you mean? Why wouldn't it work?
I don't think it's going to.
Yeah, we want the Blue Jays broadcast. Right? We want the Blue Jays broadcast.
I would think with the Blue Jays possibly
here we
getting
go.
no.
It doesn't. It's not working.
It doesn't. Well, you didn't get to the. You didn't get.
I got to airplay it now. Hold your horses.
Right, as ENN continues.
There's a lot of excitement about
No devices found. What the hell?
Oh no!
Can we? What is this?
Oh no!
What is this thing?
Let's see what happens here, folks.
Can I cast it to another device?
All right. By the way,
yeah, you do what you got to do.
You don't even have the app. What? You got the seat in the back of the back of the seat, Don.
Nice.
I have it on the phone. I got to get it on the big TV here.
Something's happening.
I'm gonna just let the drops happen on their own. All right.
Do ENN. I got this.
Shams Charania on the NBA Today talking about LeBron's different options.
LeBron James, Rich Paul, they're continuing to sift through the leading contenders, the different options, the different teams that have been pitching Rich Paul over the last week since LeBron James informed the Lakers that he's going to be moving on elsewhere. That includes Golden State, Cleveland, Miami, Philadelphia, Minnesota. What we do know, though, is LeBron James wants to be in a competitive, competing environment. He wants to play meaningful basketball, I'm told. But as far as the timeline, there is no timetable. LeBron James does not appear to be in a rush. The last couple weeks has been a lot of family, friends, and golf for LeBron James.
Well, why would he be in a rush?
Yeah, it's July.
Yeah, no diss to Shams, but I mean, obviously, there's no need for him to be in some sort of panicky. So there you go. You got the code. Alan, I see an airplay code. 7970. Don, we're in. Hold on. We are in. No, turn your phone up. Get that off the screen.
Hey.
Relax.
All right.
Get out of there. You're close.
Give me a second here, okay?
Mr. I don't care.
I don't.
Now he's yelling at
Alan. I couldn't. I'm trying to mess with you guys. It doesn't matter.
I don't know why. You know what it's doing? It's not letting me share. It's blacking it out.
Really?
Yeah.
That's strange.
Look at the screen. Just went black.
You're back.
No, that's SportsCenter.
It was there. Alan, I saw it for a second.
I know, but some programs don't let you.
Why would a program not
share it? This is what the program does.
Try one more time. I have faith in you. I totally believe in you, and it's important we all see this and share this with the people. Also, so we're not going to play the clip. Giannis went on with this streamer, Neon.
Yeah.
And talked about how he'd like to be a coach. Him just going on with Neon it's like all I need to know about Giannis. Like I'm all set. He's so good. And there was a time a few years ago, guys, when I just say you do anything you can to get him. Because he's that like just completely world changing for an organization. But at this point, based on what he's been like over the last couple of years, how annoying he's been, and really in the post Budenholzer years in Milwaukee. And now, like I see, he sits down. He's in Neon's living room. I'm all set.
That's odd.
But this guy Neon.
By the way,
the kids today.
It's already over.
That's a shame.
Ramos singled.
All right. Thank you, Alan.
Damn it.
We made it that. But that was a lot of effort to just end with a single.
A leadoff single in the bottom of the ninth.
You really seem heartbroken.
Down 10-0. Yeah, come on,
dude.
There's no shame.
Take him out now. They got a pitching change.
No, you got to take him
coming out.
Yeah. Well, damn it. So close to a no.
Why is that getting blacked out though?
Maybe it's
you can't screen share.
It looked like it was working, and then it
was on the.
I
had it on my screen.
I have screen sharing issues like that all the time.
I put the code in.
You put the code in.
All right.
I did everything right.
Why would baseball want people to see something good?
Well,
you were able to stream the Mets last night.
But I tell you, seeing you guys get that way about wanting to see the no-hitter, meant something to me.
No.
You guys love the game. It was like how angry I was about the Celtics. Like a reminder of how you feel deep down in your heart.
It's a no-hitter,
You
man.
guys, no-hitters at this point in life give me zero movement.
Well,
because over the last decade, it just felt like regular. I mean, the fact that teams now strike out 17 times in a game, getting a no-no just doesn't hit quite the same.
But in a world where we're looking to get starting pitchers out, a third time through the order.
That too.
He must have thrown a ton of pitches.
115, 116 maybe.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Well, you got to rest
his arm's falling off.
Yeah.
They're going to have to shut him down for a month.
Yeah, can't play next year either. Save him 20. Bring him back at 28. See what happens.
Poor guy. I don't know how he made it.
Now on the other side of the Giannis, the Bucks GM, John Horst, called the move to trade Giannis, quote, a very difficult decision. But he added that it was a transition that was in the best interest of both the Bucks and Antetokounmpo. No one's sitting here today and saying we're a better team after trading Giannis. Giannis, that is. He doesn't have a T at the end.
Nope.
He's one of the greatest players to ever play, greatest player in franchise history. Really? Oscar Robertson? Isn't Oscar Robertson a Buck?
No.
He didn't win MVP.
Yeah,
you got Lou Alcindor.
Yeah, Lou Alcindor was a Buck.
To me, that's number one with a bullet.
Yeah, but his time, he wasn't.
He's more considered probably a Laker.
Well, he is, but when you say all-time greatest Bucks,
but you mean
the guy won a championship, right?
As
Kareem,
a Buck?
yeah.
Did Kareem win as a Buck?
71, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Lou Alcindor won, not Kareem.
Yeah. It was
what about Oscar?
Lou and the Big O? Yeah.
So it was them together.
By the way,
yes,
met the Big O at the draft couple
what?
weeks ago. No, good people. I love talking to them.
My first autograph. That was my first autograph.
Big phenomenal guy to talk to.
The Big O.
He's just think about it. You're talking to royalty.
6 years in Milwaukee's not nothing.
No.
Championship.
Yeah, you can't put. I mean, Giannis won a championship. You got to give him credit. He's won multiple MVPs, right? 2 MVPs.
Yep.
So.
No, he's right there.
Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
In his 6 years in Milwaukee, he won the MVP 3 times.
All right. So you know what?
Rookie of the year, MVP, second in MVP,
and champion.
MVP,
and champion. That's tough.
Gotta say.
I need him to take it back.
Yeah, take it back, Horst.
Take it back. Yeah.
By the way, did Oscar win an MVP any of those years?
I don't believe so, but I'm sure he averaged a triple-double.
I know. His numbers are insane. All right, I'd also like to say good evening to Ashley Schaefer.
And listen to me. I'm going to be real honest with you right now. This moment came to me in a dream about a month ago. I was making love. My wife, Donna, on top of her, thrusting away. A sultry, hot evening. All the windows closed. The heat turned up to about 82, so it gets sweaty and hot. My hips thrusting down on Donna, her trying to get away because she does not like it. When I hear a sound, a rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in. My wife says, "No, Gabriel, leave." I say, "No, let the boy watch." Let the boy watch. He needs to learn the way I learned from my father. The way he learned from his father.
That's all ad lib.
You did well.
Can you feel the tension in the air right now? I know I can. I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
You're welcome, world.
Oh, my God.
Hey, they're showing highlights on ESPN, guys.
Oh, here you go. Highlights of a no-hitter, nothing like it. Some of the best highlights. Anthony, who needs a good... You can't show World Cup highlights on ESPN, but at least you can see these strikeouts.
After it's over.
Yeah.
Of a no-hitter that wasn't.
Of a no-hitter that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that looks like it might go. And it doesn't.
Well, that was something.
I'm glad we enjoyed that. Let's go to Rich Cimini. He was on the Jets Collective pod, which is like the Hoops Collective, except...
About the Jets.
It's like the Hoops Collective, except...
We love everybody on that podcast.
Every single one of them.
Oh,
God bless them.
Jake, Brandon Tierney, Rich.
I thought about them.
The timing
it's just
was
about
perfect,
the Jets.
but the timing of that was really...
It was very good.
Here's Rich.
There is another development relating to Geno, and I want to make sure we put this in the proper context, because in a vacuum, it would be no big deal, but given what happened or allegedly happened a few weeks ago, I guess it all goes into the story. So I was, just before we came on the air, I was going through some court records in Broward County, Florida, which of course where Geno resides, and he was pulled over for speeding a couple of days ago. You know, on Monday, it would happen this past Monday at about 11 o'clock in the morning. The police report claimed that he was doing 70 in a 45-mile-an-hour zone, and he also was not able to produce a license at the scene, so he got ticketed for that. So, look, we've all been through this. I don't know about you guys, but I've had speeding tickets in the past, so, no big deal, right? But in this case, it probably deserves to be mentioned, considering it's the quarterback of the Jets and what we talked about a couple of weeks ago. And these are traffic violations. These are not misdemeanors. These are citations. It's about $400 in fines. He doesn't even have to show up in court. It's your basic speeding ticket. And so I just thought it deserved to be mentioned because of all the other stuff that's been happening.
But the reporting is sound. It's the organization that's good. Rich deserves better.
Oh, no, that's not Rich. It's just the Jets. It's just Geno. The Geno thing was. I really liked the idea. I'm so far not loving the offseason. The offseason program, Don. I don't know how often it includes your desired offseason program involves an investigation into some sort of domestic situation, followed by speeding and not having a license. It's not usually what you're looking for in the offseason.
No, it's not what you want.
In a perfect world.
It's not what you want.
Yeah. She loves.
So, but that's your New York Jets report. Jason Tatum has spoken about the abrupt ending on his longtime partnership with Jaylen Brown, admitting that it's going to be weird going into next season without him. You play on a team with a guy for 9 years, Tatum said, according to the Celtics blog. I was fortunate enough to get to the finals with him twice and win a championship and push each other to be the players that we are today. Now, yesterday, the Celtics thought it was a good idea to put up a post paying tribute to Jaylen Brown.
Did they turn off the comments?
No. You know how I know?
How do you know?
Because I was one of them.
You dove in?
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure you did.
Let me see what the actual caption was here.
Yeah.
I just, obviously I want them to pay tribute to him, but like right now, it's a little fresh.
I think it's too early.
No one's happy that this happened. So like, you're just going to get completely roasted. God, did they take it down?
Really?
One day ago.
See, that's one you just...
Welcomes Paul George.
You post and then you log out.
Welcomes Mike Conley.
Yeah.
Welcome Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
There's a thank you Vooch photo.
Which he enjoyed that one.
Oh, here it is. Here's the Jaylen Brown video. And it says, the caption is, he went to war for our city. And I, of course, commented, and we got rid of him for bull.
Oh.
And then here the
bullshizzle.
For bullshizzle.
Shizzle.
Here's some of the other comments near me. Traded for a stale Doritos bag full of air and 2.5 chips.
That's just a bag now.
Yeah.
That's just a bag to you and me. Let's trade him to our biggest rival for a 36-year-old.
So people aren't loving it, is what you're saying?
It's not. Yeah, stale chips. It's interesting how much stale chips is a thing, because I made a joke on our show the other day unknowingly about the bag of Sun Chips.
Right.
There's all these comments about it being for a bag of chips. Yeah, it's not being received well.
Not hidden?
No, it's not hidden. And I just want to be clear about this. I said this some on Friday, but I do want to reiterate it. The Celtics are going to be good. It's not that. And they've had a good record without Jaylen Brown, just like they had a good record with Jaylen Brown without Jason Tatum. They will be good. I mean, they'll compete next year, and my guess is within a couple of years, they'll be back to hovering around the top. Maybe even next year. Who knows? It's not about that. I can't speak for all Celtics fans, but for me, it's not about that I think they won't be competitive or they won't be able to figure it out. I don't think that all of a sudden they completely forgot how to do basketball. It's just about the principalities of the whole thing, as you say. It's the fact that you couldn't find a way to make this work with a core like that, in spite of all the things that
but the new owner explained that.
Yeah, I know. It's perfect.
They made it clear that where their salaries were heading, annual numbers, was not sustainable to build a team and also have a business.
So at some point for them, it had to happen.
The investors didn't like the return on what was coming.
And you're never going to get fans to feel good about billionaires' returns.
Right.
You know?
So it's a reality of the second apron, And I have a feeling this is going to create, let's open the CBA up and fix this because this is not good for the sport. It's going to happen.
When's the CBA up?
They just did one.
Yeah,
this
so it's
is
a while,
relatively new, so it's not expected. But I'm sure there's a mechanism to open it if there's enough complaining about it. But the rich teams are frustrated because they can't operate the way they normally operate.
Blackhawk star Connor Bedard is expected to miss the start of the season after undergoing surgery on Wednesday.
That's not good, Tom.
No. Especially the timeline. 4 months?
I'm old enough to remember when he was supposed to be the next face of the league.
He will miss the first month of the 26-27 season.
Not great.
Listen, they probably weren't going to be very good anyway.
Don't worry, though. It's 84 games this year, so don't worry.
It is an 84-game schedule.
And don't forget.
Can you feel the tension in the air right now? I know I can. I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
That'll do it for E&M, brought to you by Fanatics Fest NYC. So many greats and near greats, including myself. That's among the near greats. Aaron Judge, Jalen Brunson, John Cena, and so many more. The largest sports fan festival. Limited tickets available now. FanaticsFest.com.
All right, tomorrow we're likely going to start on the app, so make sure you download the app because the Mets are an afternoon affair. So are the Yankees. But we're going to get into some football, the basketball out of it all, World Cup,
I
big
almost
show.
want another list.
Tomorrow at 3. Mets baseball's next here on ESPN New York.
This is